Good morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome on into all of my stars. Hopefully, you're having a great Friday, getting ready for this weekend. And in case I don't see you, hey, happy St. Patrick's Day to all of my Irish celebrating people out there. I'm a wee bit Irish, not by much. My wife is more Irish than I am, but I've got like maybe a 1 to 2% Irish in me, and I also got 1 to 2% Jew in me. I've got a lot of things in me. But you know what, guys? We're here to help you up. Almost forgot something. Da, 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 da. Because I am da, 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 the unknown prophet. That's right, my name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the Unknown Prophet. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And just to let you guys know, fair warning, I will not be here Monday. I've got a medical appointment that day, so that means I will not be here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I will return on Tuesday. I believe that the psychic event will be coming before I get back onto stream. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this thing that I've been feeling is it's within the wheelhouse of this next week. So every day after now, I don't believe we'll get to the end of the month without this thing happening. But that's my little prediction. This is the last time I'm saying it, though. There's going to be some big major event that will affect humanity in a good celebratory way, will bring all of us more together. People who are abusing their power or aren't using their power correctly to help all those around them will suffer and basically it's like your bill will be due and it's time to pay the piper. If you are doing a good job and trying to help others and trying to help support people and doing good things for others to the best of your ability, your life is going to improve. That's all I know about it. Everything else I have to experience with everybody else because it's going to affect everybody, not just one person. It's going to be something that will affect humanity, not just that. Now, that's just what I got at New Year's Day, and I've been feeling this thing coming, and I'm starting to get that roller coaster kind of a feeling. And they told me once I start to get this roller coaster like feeling, I'm getting closer to this thing. The scarier it gets to the top, the closer it is, kind of a deal. And then all of a sudden, with the rest of us, okay? So all I know about it is it will be a good thing that will benefit humanity, that will bring us together, something that will unite us somehow, and it won't be something like a horrible event has to happen for that good event to happen kind of thing, like it normally has to happen in this world. No, it'll just be good. A good thing. It could be everything from the cure to cancer to aliens to God themselves coming and saying, hey, you done a good job. Poof, better. I'm not sure. So anyway, welcome, sweetie. Welcome, Nicole. Welcome to the stars. Welcome to the Unknown Prophet Daily Tarot Readings, where I use my custom-made homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, to divine the best possible path for you. Remember, your future is always in your own hands. No matter what I've told you here today, you have the right and responsibility to go live the life that you want to live. So go start living your best day, starting today by simply saying that today will inevitably be my best day ever. All right, guys, now back into what we're here to do for you today. So welcome on in. Hey, sweetie, throw me your numbers and or questions. We'll get these cards all ready to rock and roll for you here. I almost shuffled backwards. That's not good. Shuffling forwards. And it looks like I've got a card situation. Okay, we got to do an old-fashioned. I've got to make sure all my cards are facing the right way kind of situation. And oh no, maybe we'll have to mix them up just a little bit more than we normally do. And then we'll do a cleansing shuffle, of course. But this is just me making sure the cards are all facing the right way. And then randomizing them in a different way for a change. So I'm kind of cleansing the cards off as we speak. Hey, 5 Paths, tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me every God anyone could believe in. Please lead me to a day where I can lead these people to their best day ever. May you help me find a path that is right for them and only them. May you lead them to the day they can wake up in the morning and say, today I meet this day with a brand new world in my life. I have freedom of choice and change because I choose my own goddamn destiny. I carve my own goddamn fate, and I live and breathe every single day as if it was the last, best, beautiful day I could ever have on this earth. If we only lived like that. So, fair warning. If you're a person of power who's abusing your power and you're not going to do something to correct that, I have no sympathy for what happens to you. Okay? If you are a person who's trying to make it better, even though you've done wrong in the past, as long as you are trying, the accounting will not be harsh at all. It will be more of a gentle reminder to keep doing what you're doing. If you are a good person who just lives a normal everyday life, living and breathing like all of us normally do, just working, going to work, coming home, doing all the normal blah 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 stuff, nothing special about you. Most of us will just experience this big uplifting coming together as a people, blah 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 blah. Okay, let me put the mic up where you guys can hear it, and let me turn up my microphone all the way. That's why I haven't started yet. Thank you for letting me know my audio issues are not working very well. So anyway, well, if you didn't hear that, you'll have to listen carefully to what I just said, because maybe there's some inside information you'd like to know. Oh, and if you are trying to accomplish a major dream that you really want to see happen, something around the 17th, luck will be on your side. Okay? That's all I have to say is luck will be on your side. So you want to accomplish some big goal or dream, March 17th, whether you're an Irish person or not, it's going to be lucky for us all. All right. So on to what you're reading is Sweetie. Here we go, 6 and 25. Here are your 6 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 25th card is now on top. I'm doing great, Savage. Thank you for asking, by the way. And then what is coming for you for the rest of March for you there, Sweetie? So, Sweetie, what do you have to look forward to, and what can we say? Hey, at least March, this next part of March won't be so bad or won't be so horrible for us to endure. Not like normal, right? Like I like to tell people when this part of the year comes around, spring finally has come and winter has finally ended in most portions of the regions that I'm in, at least in North America. Winter is starting to end. Summer and spring are starting to head our way. And as you are doing this now, Sweetie, that the things that are coming for you this next rest of the month is you're going to get back around people who are going to be more positively minded kind of people. That you're going to be more geared towards socialization and getting around people and finding how to have a happy or good time with those people, how to embrace the benefit or abundance for a change, just like we're all going to have to learn how to adjust to a very big abundant moment, because when you instantly get all of your goals and dreams, right? When you instantly get everything you've ever asked for, you still have to kind of come to terms with that, because you've lived one life, at least I know I have. I lived where the shitstorm happened for about, 35 to 40 years, depending on how much I want to give myself credit for babying, okay? But then I had to choose my path along the way too. I chose to walk in the dark rather than the light. I had to understand that I had to find somebody who believed that the positivity in this world was going to draw me out to make me be positive too. I joined a group That meant a lot to me, my spiritual family, my first spiritual family that made me learn how to grow. I became confident in this group. I became well versed in this group. I learned in this group. I sat there, listened, heard everything. I paid attention. I soaked it all in. And I've always been kind of a natural teacher and leader of sorts. So I thought, when they tapped me on the shoulder to do such things like teach and help other people find what I had found, which was just the spiritual journey of me going where I'm going now. And as you have realized that the past has to stay in the past, but it's still serving you purpose because that's the ground you're in. Now you're out of that other place you don't want to be. Now you just got to soak up the sun and follow it around all day long like a sunflower around other people who are going to make you feel positive too. So that's kind of what I feel like you're going to start doing. And I think that's going to be part of the issue. What you just said there, true. Now I'm used to living with pleas who are negative towards me, and I'm still learning to get used to people who believe in me. Right? Yeah. So now that you're understanding that, you got the message, right? But now you got to start to say, hey, wait a minute. You know what I learned from those negative people? They taught me something here. They taught me what I don't want in my life. They put a fire under my ass to say that's not what I deserved either. So I'm taking that log and I'm not just going to throw it back into the forest where it's just going to be a log in the forest. No, I'm taking it to my pyre and fire, my bonfire, and I'm going to chuck this thing in the center of it and I'm going to let it be my fuel for my fire. So those people are your fuel for your fire. Your last portion that you were just in, the ground that you are in. Now those tree branches have fallen to the ground and you are stocking them up like nice little pyres of wood, and then you are going to throw them into the fire when you need to fire them up and get that fire under your ass kind of motion going, saying you're not just doing it for any reason, you're burning it away as fuel to make you be more positive. That's the other log that you have to add on after you add that other log, right? So now we're learning how to burn away some of that which is no longer serving us purpose and learning how to empower ourselves by keeping the positive side of that going. I'm burning away my most negative attributes only to add the positive belief in myself log too, so that the fire that's in front of me or my goals and dreams and everything I'm working on right now will get me what I want. What do I want? I want to feel like I am loved. I want to feel like I am embraced and accepted by everybody else. But the first person who has to do that is myself. Then I have to do that for everybody else. And when you think you've got it all down and you think you've figured it all out, you have to love all the parts you don't like about them. That's a true embracing moment. And you're learning how to do this just for yourself right now. And that's all you are being asked to, is embracing yourself. You're not being asked to do anything other than say, I love you for who you are. Yes, we can change it. Yes, we can make it be better. Blah, 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 yakety smackety. But the only thing stopping us from finding our happiness, and the whole point of what your destiny card is trying to tell you is, get some of this water in me so you can actually hear my gravelly voice, not anymore so much anymore. But now you have to find a path that works right for you. It may be step by step, easy kind of a way for you. You may take 5 steps in this journey that are crucial, pivotal points you have to make a plan for. Others, you might say, you know what, today's the day to just be bold, brash, and beautiful, and just go out there and be that bold, beautiful self of mine. But after I've done that for a while, I've got to sit back and relax and really enjoy that I keep doing that without trying now, right? So that's the easy and the hard path coming together. But you still have to cut through some bullshit that you know you have to cut through. It's like saying to yourself, the really thin, grassy reeds right in front of you are so thick that you need a fucking chainsaw to get through them. These aren't bamboo plants here, people. These are just nice, leafy, easy to cut reeds. All you had to do was take out that I'm not afraid anymore stick and go whooshy, swishy, squishy, rather than going, oh my dear God, I'm not ready to face the unknown or the unseen or the unplanned or the ungiven, right? Because the only thing left to do is find a path that makes sense to me. Because I need to forge it myself forward. But I know there's some bullshit I still have to cut through. As soon as I cut through the bullshit, I can get to the end of that docky dream where I see myself the person I want to be, the life I want to live, all of that stuff. It's just because you haven't taken the time to cut down reeds yet. You know what I'm saying? So, what are you going to be experiencing this last part of the month? It is going to be finding what that path is for you. If you can walk in the sunshine more, this is going to lead you to this path. If you can stock those fires up with what you need to burn away, but still empower you to keep moving forward with that positive energy, then you're going to be asked to embrace that part of yourself you can love and can change and can do something about, only so that you can use that hot butter knife you are holding now, because you've done all of that, because you're creating the blade here, and now all you need to do is swing. So here we are, and that's what you'll be ending up working on by the end of this month. It'll be you're gonna have the I found myself moment, when everything finally goes click in the brain. And I can't explain it other than that. It's gonna be like a click going off, not like a lightning. It's like a lightning bolt, a light bulb, poofy, wonderful daydreams happening in the moment kind of a deal. If you accurately go through all of the things you know you're working on, I think it's more of you're doing the great, you are on that path towards that moment. And as you are starting to approach it by the end of this month, and I believe by the time the end of the month reaches around, close to the end of the month, you will have had that moment, or you will understand that you'll have your idea, and then you'll go into a little bit of a back cave moment, maybe one day of back caving, and then when you come out of the back cave, you will be a whole new, brilliant, beautiful person. So that's kind of what I want to tell you. At least that's what your guides are saying. That's what kind of they feel like is going on in your personal journey, and kind of where you want it to go anyway. So if that is accurate, then you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. Okay? Let me cleanse these cards off for you, Nicole, so I can get you an awesome reading too. You know? How do your guides want you to heal? Throw me your numbers. And are you asking for a specific kind of healing? Healing from what? Healing as far as your physical body, your mental state, or your spiritual soul, or all of the above? Good morning, Swifty. Good morning, everybody. Say hi to Swiftsticks. He's an awesome streamer. He's a variety game streamer. He plays a lot of Farlight or first-person shooter games and stuff like that, I believe, if I remember correctly. And so now he's just trying to vibe with his community and friends. He's just playing online to play with his friends. Nothing more, nothing less that I have seen. Maybe he's trying to do something more with it, but everyone just give him a hi, how are you, and give him a like and a follow if you can, because he's a nice guy. He comes in here all the time and just, gives us those lurky loves, and sometimes he's brave enough to get a reading, and then other times he's like, yeah, dude, today's just that day. So welcome on in, my brother from another mother, Swifty. We're going to give my brother a little bit of a shout out here. So, yeah, we're all just family and friends here. That's right, God damn it. You want to see real support? This is where you find real support, not your fake ass report. Okay? I'm sorry to tell you, recently I have been proving something to myself. You know what? I am a better person because I would support you no matter what the situation is here. Okay? I don't care what the situation is here. If you are in crisis of some kind, real life RIL crisis, and you need help, we will stop any reading. We will do whatever it takes to talk with you, get you to understand, make you have choices, get you to understand where you're at in your journey. Hell, we'll throw you a reading. Maybe that'll help you figure shit out, just like we're going to do for Nicole here, right, Nicole? She's like, why did you say it like that? So we've got 7 and 35 for Nicole, and she wants to know about helping and letting go. So that's what we're going to help her try to do today. I am a very big expert on this in real life kind of a way. So you've come to the right person for helping you let go, okay, Nicole? So here we go, 7 and I believe it's 32. Let me just go back to making double sure what it is, just to make sure. Oh, 35, 7 and 35. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, we have no God cards as of yet today. We've got the 35th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 35 is now on top there. Okay, my lady? Right, Nicole? So, like I said, this is one of those topics I can really speak to a lot, because I've done this more than anything in my life. Is exactly what you're going through right now, Nicole. So, I want to say from a real life RIL way, I understand, and from a real life psychic crazy way, I understand. And I've got to fix this so it doesn't look like I've got crap in my hat. You know it's serious when I fix the hat. So here we go. So you want to know how to move on, right? And you're ready to do this. I can feel your readiness of, I am ready to do certain things with my life, right? And Nicole, the first thing you have to understand is you are already moving on. That you have to understand that the thing you need to do now is say, I am moving on. By taking that fan that you have to start fanning. Whose fire is the most important right now? Nicole, whose fire is the most important right now? And if you say anybody else but you, I'm going to come through the screen and give you a little bit pee. Okay? Because you know it and I know it. The flame that you need to be more concentrated on is your own damn fire. And you've been letting people try to puppet you most of your life because that was easier. If they told, yeah, you, who do you think I'm talking to? Sweetie, I just said this is your reading, Nicole. Pay attention. You're going to get your spiritual butt kicked. I hope you're listening. Okay, apparently, I need to say this again. Open up those ears and listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. So you're telling me that you have full control of your life and you haven't been letting people puppet you around most of their life, making it so it's easier for you to do what they want you to do rather than make up your own choices and decisions? This is something you haven't done? Yeah, exactly. You let people use you. Now that you understand that, you had to cut them off. You had to say, fuck that shit, you ain't puppeting me anymore. I've got to take my own fan and feed the fire that is going to serve me now. The fan that's in front of me are the goals I need to complete. And letting go of the past is you saying, I'm moving forward. You saying, I'm taking back my control and saying, now what do I dare to dream to be better? Since the past is something I can't fix, because you don't have a time machine, you can't go back and fix it. I can't go back and fix your past. No one would want to go back and fix your past. That's who made you up who you are today, Nicole. That was your history book. It's only the history of what happened to you. Let your war chronicle be burnt away in the fire that you need to burn. Because you don't need to look at it as a war chronicle. You need to look at it as just the facts, only the facts, and everything that goes with the facts. When you are having an emotional day and you have to pull the war chronicle book out, well, use it to your goddamn advantage, right? Yeah, except. Exactly. And except that you have been used before. But now you are understanding where that power lies. Now you are trying to ask yourself, how do you let go? Let's make that a plan I can do. 5 steps. First step I have to say is I'm ready to let it go completely, totally. I'm going to forgive them. I'm going to pretend they have forgiven me. I'm going to move on from whatever the pain and hardship and baggage that comes along with it. I'm leaving that all into the past, and I'm going to burn it away in my fire so that it can feed me to make me be a better person. Metaphysically, in our minds, we are taking that step and putting it down on the road, and we are saying, what do I need to do to get there? Right? Well, if my goal is to be free of all of this past, and that's the final step, right? Then everything I've done up to this point has already been done. There's nothing more I can do about the past. All I can do now is take that brave step forward and going, how do I get to the next thing that I do want to get to? How do I make an easy path to get there? Take one step at a time. Celebrate that you achieved that goal. Take a rest and let it soak in. Then when you're ready to take the next 4th step, you take the 4th one. 3, 2, 1, all the way to I'm over it now. You have to put down the swords is the one thing you do need to do, Nicole. Both sides of you, the part that's at war with yourself, the conflict that you are having right now, you need to hug yourself and say, I'm allowed to feel like this and love myself because I feel like this. I'm allowed to have all of this anger, hate, and all of these other icky emotions. I'm allowed to also have the I am stronger than those emotions, that I can overpower and overcome those emotions. I need to stop fighting with myself over the stupidest, silliest, dumbest things and put down my swords and say, come on, friend, I love you, all the parts of who I am, even if we do have to resolve some things. But that's negotiation. That's you working on yourself. That's you improving your life to be better. So stop being at war with this thing in the past and just stop fighting with it. It is what it was. I'm going to love you for what you are, and you are going to be my best friend. I'm going to love you like I love my best friend, my soulmate, my lover, because you will always be a part of who I am. Now, all I can do is mold myself into that which I do want myself to be. So, Nicole, when you've taken that control back, and you have started to get that fire red hot, that kiln red hot, that forge red hot, and you are ready to start to put that self or project or whatever you want to do with your life into that forge. And then that forge heats it up to a point where you can finally work on it. So you either have to temper it or make sure that it stays cured, right? And then once you bring it out of there, it's got to cool and it's got to make sure that it becomes back to focus again. Then there's the sharpening and or polishing and or painting or whatever else may come with that specific tool. But then and only then do you display it for others to see. So we are only working on step number 1 here. We're not already to step number 4. Okay? So give yourself time. Make a plan to let it go. Hold a funeral if that's what feels right. Make up your own way to let it go. Have something that ties in with your faith, your personal belief system, the way you go and think about doing things in your life. What would make you feel like I could truly walk away and let go from all of this past and pain? And then you have to hold a funeral for it and then actually mourn the loss of losing what you have just let go of. Because it was such a significant portion of your life, Nicole, that you can't just say it wasn't important. I have to mourn it, because I can't have it be the part of my life anymore. And I speak from experience here when I say all of this, is that the moment I truly let my old self truly die. And when I was a unison, before I became the unknown prophet, I'd finished up the work I thought I had to do with unison. I had brought myself into balance, right? But at that moment, I also had a life crisis, right? It was my 7th time trying to kill myself because even though I had found balance, I had found out I really don't like what's in the balance. I don't like what I found in the gray in between, right? So my last stitch attempt to be free of the pain, be free of my existence because I didn't know how to deal with it anymore. I had already gotten the one true love I've always wanted to have, the house I always wanted to have, practically had the job I wanted at the time, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't stop and appreciate what was being given to me. So all of that great, good, beautiful stuff I had always wanted was way overwhelming for me, even in my life too. I was so used to the shit, I didn't know how to handle happy. And that's kind of what you're being asked to do now is, now you're being asked to walk in the happy rather than the misery. Won't it feel better to walk in happy rather than the sadness? Let today be the day you decide that you have let it go and just live life. That's all I can tell you, Nicole. And yeah, there's no timetable. There's no timetable for how long that takes. It takes as long as it takes. You know, you can't assign a specific time that goes with this. It takes what long it takes. When I am ready to finally say my last little goodbye to this thing, I will do something that's so significant to me to make me move on that will be the last time I do anything for it because I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Either you get angry at yourself or keep obsessing about it and you'll just say, fuck this shit, I'm done with it, and just move on. You'll hold a funeral. Oh, I'm sad about this. I wish I could let this go. I'm letting it go. Or, hey, great, I love my life. I love this part of me. I'm going to incorporate some of these things into who I want myself to be. Fasten the process. I can't fasten the process. You can do whatever you want. It's your path. How many steps do you want to take? If it's 3 steps instead of 10 steps, then it's 3 steps, right? But it's still a plan. That's all I'm saying. If you want it to be a fast, easy path, then give yourself a 3-step process. Today, I'm going to cleanse myself of all of the bullshit. Today, I'm going to clear myself physically off. I'm going to take a nice spiritual bath. I'm going to get dressed in all white. I'm going to put the nice white candles around, the pretty music. I'm going to get myself a time to solitude and soak. I'm going to ask my higher power, the thing that I believe in the most, to imbue that water with draining from me all of that which I don't want in my life anymore. And as I'm in this blast, cleansing my body and taking care of my body, I am saying I love me all the way along my whole body, my whole soul. I am taking and looking at all the good I got out of where I was just at. I'm taking the important things with me in my mental brain. I'm listening to the music. I'm hearing the songs of nature. I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing in this bathroom. And as I start to feel all this crap that I'm thinking about on a daily basis, just saying to myself, I can't take it anymore. I give it to you, my higher power. And then you let that go through their hands as well. And you let it drain from you into that bath water. And then you ask it to cleanse your spirit. And what do I mean by cleansing a spirit here, guys? Well, when you're cleansing a spirit, you're cleansing yourself of all that which you are ready to let go of. Really ready to let go of. So you ask your body, mind, and soul what part of yourself that you are really ready to say goodbye to so that you can start to adopt a brand new energy. That's kind of like when you have made a lifelong good friend and you want to take that moment where you don't want to ever say that friend wasn't important to your journey, but you don't have contact with that friend anymore. It will always be a part of your life, but you've grown apart and you both live separate lives, and now you just want to live your life. He did what he was supposed to do, kind of a deal. So, Nicole, I really want to say that I think you're on your way to finding self and love in self, and also fastening your seatbelts isn't going to be even close to the truth because it's going to be a wilder ride than I can imagine. You know, when you ask the question, you want to let go, well, if today is that day, then today is the day you have that funeral for this and you truly let it go in your own way. And then tomorrow, when you wake up, you start anew. That's all it takes. All right, Nicole. Now that we've done that, Cheesy Tater, welcome in to the stream. How are we doing, Cheesy Tater? Long time no see and or first time no see. I didn't see. It didn't say if you were a returning chatter or a newbie. Returning chatter, Cheesy Tater. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, and that's the thing is, you just have to say today is that day. That's it. That's all it takes, Nicole. Just look yourself in the eyes and say today's the day I let it go, and then go do whatever it takes to do that. And then tomorrow when you wake up, it's a brand new day. Whenever you're ready. Oh, hold your horses there. I'm just having a cigarette before I do your reading, okay? So I'm gonna have a smoke real quick before I do your reading. I hope that's okay. Good, thanks. Because I was gonna do it anyway. So how have you been, my cheesy tatery person? Haven't seen you around for a while. I hope things have been going well for you. I hope that my past readings have helped you make some great decisions in your life. I hope that you used what I had to give you to your advantage. I hope you've done and lived the best day ever, every single day since then. I truly do. So why don't you throw me your numbers and or question. If it's been a while and you need a reminder what that's all about, let me know. Okay? Just a general then? I'm going to put some more coffee in here and warm up my coffee a little bit. All right. Let me finish the smoke. I'm just taking a quick little recovering my spoons energetically break by just having a cigarette. So, I've been proven lately too that I'm a human being too lately, Even me, I'm trying to take into account that maybe I'm hurting people right now. And I got some news the other day that's kind of got me questioning whether I want to continue to keep doing this because it is memory, dementia kind of stuff. Either I found out on Friday night that I am showing a certain enzyme that indicates that I either may have early onset dementia or Alzheimer's. So I'm going in for more testing on Monday. So I don't know yet, but I've been having a lot of issues lately with saying stuff without a filter. I know you guys are used to this, but I'm talking about in real life and in other people's chats. And sometimes I don't know how to stop myself. And it's kind of one of those things that I'm not really worried about it. I'm pretty sure I'll get the right medication for it and all of that. But you know how it goes when you're first diagnosed with it. You got to find out. First, let's just find out if I actually have this before I go, worrying about anything. But because of that, I've kind of put this on these are for entertainment purposes kind of a deal right now, and it should kind of stay that way right now, because like I said, I hope I'm giving you guys the right information, but the only doctorate or only degree I have is my minister degree, which you see in the background there right by that little plaque back there. That's my minister degree, but that's it, guys, and a high school diploma. That's all I've got. So I'm not a professional of any kind. Please consult any and all real professionals about anything before making any choice that's going to really affect your life, like your psychologist, your local authority, your parents, your brother, your sister, anybody but me sometimes. But I understand that I do this as an intuitive thing. I go by what my intuitions tell me and stuff like that. It's because I'm an ethical person, I feel I have to say that to you at least. Yesterday we had a 420 episode. Whenever we have 420 episodes, I think you guys kind of know by now, those are automatically for entertainment purposes, right? Because those are when I'm using cannabis and I'm not exactly in the full frame of mind I should be to do a reading. That's why when I do a 420 stream, those are more for, haha, we're here to have a little bit of fun, smoke some pot, and party a little bit more than do readings. Although I do believe the readings come off a little bit better and a lot stronger, that's still my opinion of those things. You know what I'm saying? And then when I just come in here and do my normal readings, before I found out this information, this is not my job. This is why calling. You know what I'm saying? This isn't something I've been paid to do. I don't want to be paid to do this. In fact, I want to be doing this because people are getting the help they need to get. And recently, I made a very big mistake on somebody else's stream. I'm not even going to mention their name and or the situation other than that, okay? I tried to resolve the situation. They were ignoring me. I hate when people ignore you when you're having a disagreement with something. I believe it's better to talk about something than leave that on the wayside, right? But because of my condition, I think that I pushed it a little too far, and I didn't understand why I was being vilified for doing something that's not really TOS friendly on stream, and I understood it. It was a moment of desperation. I think everyone can understand that. That's why when I'm telling you here that I will support you, I don't care if it's money related, in real life kind of money, or if it's emotional support, spiritual support, whatever kind of support you need here. I want to show people what real support looks like, because real support means you don't have conditions on it. If we can't help you, I'm sure you'll understand we can't help you. If we've hurt your feelings today, well then you should be coming into a place that says blunt tarot readings, okay? If you're not 18 years old and you're in here trying to find some giggly fun for yourself, well, okay, great. But, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get to your reading here in just a second. I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this for a second there, okay, Chester? So we got 4 and 6 for you. And I kind of wanted to kind of update you on the news. So, because I'm getting older and I'm understanding that stuff does run in my family, guys. So that's the other side of the coin. That stuff does run in my family. So it's me being a good human and responsible human to you guys by letting you know that. So, because that's the kind of ethical person I am. So on with the readings now. Let me do a cleansing shuffle now that I got all that crap out of me. We definitely need to clean these cards off. Hoofty. All right, we're going to get into doing the real work for Mr. Chester here. And I believe I just got to go back up in the chat just a little bit. Just a general 4 and 6. One of my favorite birthdays ever. April 6th. I wonder whose birthday that could be. It's not my wife's. That was the girl I used to be in love with before I met my wife. Her birthday was 4 of 6. So, here's to you, wherever you are at. I hope your Lord loves you, protects you, and guides you. So anyway, she's a very big Christian. So we don't get along anymore. I'm a Wiccan. We don't get along very much anymore, okay? I'm evil. And you know what? Maybe I am. I'm a blunt tarot reader, not the I'm going to make you feel good tarot reader. You're evil. Damn straight I'm evil. All right. Here are your 4 official shuffles there, Chester. 1, 2, 3. God card. And 4. Now the 6 card. You have a 1 God card message today, Chester. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th card is, and you wanted a general reading today. So, okay. They say in fortune cookie, be very careful what you wish for, you just might get it. What do we got here? I don't think this is going to come much of a surprise to you that this is kind of something you've been realizing anyway, but I don't really have to harp on you about the realizing you've kind of been living in your own ugly cage for a while. I think you've been well aware for a while just how bad you kind of put yourself in your own shit-ass cage for a while. And what I'm feeling from you more than anything is that realization that I'm glad I finally walked out of that cage. I finally got free of that thing that I didn't want to be in. That comfortable, safe, warm spot full of that broken down furniture and that toxicity that was whatever was going on in your life. It was comfortable, safe, and warm for a while. It felt like the right thing for a while. But boy, was it the most toxic, most enduringly bad relationship and or situation you could ever be in. You know what I'm saying? and you just kind of stayed there a little too long, as I like to say sometimes. And finally, you woke your butt up and said, "Oh, wait a minute. The couch is broken. The windows are cracked and bringing cold air in here. The sink doesn't work. The toilet's overflowing with fecal matter. Yada, yada, yada. And I want to live in this stuff. No, I don't want to live in this stuff. Let me walk out of my freedom's door, or get that key in my pocket that I'm finally freeing myself from my own damn cage, because that's the only person who ever put me here in the first place. It wasn't a prison like someone actually said, oh, you could deserve to be here. No, the only person who's ever made you be there is you. And you know damn well you had the key in your pocket. You just realized you could use the key and walk out now. Oh, I'm turning back and looking at that ugly old cage now and saying, you know what, I want to go one step further. I'm locking the cage and I'm throwing this key back into the very center of it, so I can't reach it or get back in that cage ever again. Right? Now I'm embracing newfound freedom. Now I'm embracing a newfound path. Now I'm understanding what those choices and decisions I make now are being only done through this. I've realized that I had to take control of my life and my emotions just a tiny bit. I had to learn to use my emotions in more effective ways. Not that people could care less how people feel or think about me kind of a situation. It's more of a, if they're going to be a piss bitch to me, why can't I bring out the full storm of raining emotions I have within me and being okay with that? Because maybe people haven't been used to that yet. And maybe you needed to be the light, happy rain. And you needed to be the light, I soak into you rain. Wait, you know what? You're not such a bad human being. Let me get to know you and let me soak you into my life. And now you realized I am the person who is the sky in control of my world rather than the rain that happens to it. Rain only comes when you allow it to come. Now you're learning how to use it more effectively. You're using it to your advantage. What a great gift to give yourself the permission to let it out so that you can feed yourself and feed that budding potential you have inside of yourself. You know what's going to happen when you finally release all of the bullshit emotional crap and baggage you finally have to let go of? The dam finally breaks and you let loose on the world? Will you destroy a little bit of the world you used to have in? Yeah, but when the water finally subsides and the ground soaks the rest of it up, now all this new life will begin. Just like a bud on a tree. Just like your bud on a tree. You have to realize that you're going to have to use what is left from what was just destroyed to be your new nutrients. That means you're going to have to gather up what you can use in yourself to open yourself up just a tiny bit every day that you are ready to grow and become a better new person. And then you add the bright sunshine of this world, what you believe in, your goals, your dreams, you believe in yourself, you believe in your hopes, your all of that stuff, and you open those buds a little bit more. Now we've gotten the water, we've gotten the sun, now we add that air that kind of goes, we blow open that leaf just that much further because now it's starting to do its real job, which is do this collection of this, collect emotional energy when it's appropriate, collect the sun energy when it's appropriate, let the wind blow and dry me off when it's appropriate, but stay the fuck grounded to the tree I made in the first place. Because it was time, cheesy. It was time you blew your top off like a volcano. It's been about time for you to blow your top off like a fucking volcano. In fact, I think some of these people damn near deserve you to go full tilt kitty all the way emotional on their asses after how they've treated you, after what they've done to you, after what they've made you endure. Why not light them on fire and utterly destroy them with the fiery, passionately blowing up rage of your rocks going everywhere, and then you're going to look down at everybody who doesn't want to get out of your way, and you're going to pour this nice, thick, hot lava, and if they don't want to be in the way when you start going their direction, they better run that way. Because maybe it's time to put that hot lava down on your way to that emotional ocean so you can carve yourself a brand new path where you can open up the door of freedom, where you can cool that hotness down and walk and build upon that passionately craving thing that you want to do with your life. And then you not only just have that, now you have new fertile soil for you to grow these new potentially things within yourself that all you've got to do is say, I'm ready to start to do this. Let me find the appropriate things that will help me grow to do that. Oh, wait, what do I have to do? Be like a fucking volcano and destroy anything that gets in my way on my way to my goals and dreams. If the ocean wants to stop me, great. But maybe, just maybe, it's time for people to get out of my way for a change rather than me getting out of their way, you know what I'm saying? So we come to the one question I have left for you. There is another question you have coming for you because you've been asking your higher power maybe another question that has nothing to do with that last reading you just had, but it may have something to do with you saying, hey, God, I've been asking you this for XYZ amount of time. Please give me a goddamn answer anyway. They've come to tell you that answer in one concrete card. So these will kick spiritual ass at time to time. So if you want to see your God card, say, I want to see my God card. If not, say, nope. Either way, I don't care. I move on after this point for your reading. And maybe I have a little bit of light, happy news from your guides. How about that? What does your God or higher power want you to know? And I think this is exactly what you need to hear. So open up those ears a little bit, okay? You are everything you need to be and more. You already reached the stage of maturity you needed to reach. You're already perfect the way you are, the person you are. Everything that was ever created right now, you are perfect. You are the great oak. You have made it through. Now all those leaves serves is change and what you need to do with yourself. That great oak means I have reached a stage of maturity within myself where I say, I ain't going nowhere. I love the inside of me, the outside of me. I love how I'm growing, why I am growing, and what my purpose is. I am a great oak tree. I don't question that. I'm on my way to becoming wiser by becoming a grand elder in the future. But the only thing that helps me get there is time. So I've got to give it time to create and reach that point in my life where I have gained the knowledge of just being me. That is your answer from your higher power. Whatever that may mean to you, you understand it. And that's what it's all about, guys. Now, maybe this resonates with Cheesy, right? Maybe it resonated with any of you guys, right? But when it resonates with you, that means there's some truth in there that you've already been trying to tell yourself. I'm not doing anything special here. Yes, I'm using what I feel my intuitions are telling me. I'm listening to cosmic advice here. So, of course, it may not always translate exactly the way it's going through. But if it's really resonating with you and really getting onto that portion of you, you know, we're going to have an ad break in about 23 seconds, guys. So we're going to have an ad here in a little bit. So we're going to take a nice smoky break while we have an ad break here. And if you're saying to yourself, I need to hear it. Oh, and Cheesy, your little tidbit of a ha 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 tee hee hee from your guides. Should you wish to hear it? Okay, Cheesy, are you still here? I had to wait for the ad break to stop here to tell you, to talk to you. Are you still here, Cheesy Tater? Well, maybe they didn't need to hear it today. Okay. So what they wanted me to tell you, Cheesy, was this: that there is a certain item that you've been really wanting to find recently, like you're desperate to find it, kind of a thing. Does this feel right to you? Like you have to find this soon, kind of a deal? They want you to check your closet on the top shelf of some cabinet thing you like to stick things when you're going to put things away in your closet. It's like on the top shelf of a cabinet inside of a closet or some kind of a like one of those shelves on inside of a closet kind of a deal. That you have this habit of going into that closet and then setting something on that shelf and then walking away and going in the other direction. Then you get into there but you haven't been back in that specific closet for a while. But it's something like when you go to put certain things away, and it's like I don't know what it is, but something you're looking for is in there, and it's like either on the top shelf and just tucked in just a little bit out of view. It's not really. If you really peered in there and went, "Oh, that's where it went," you were like, "God damn, that's where." You'll have one of those "I left the keys in the fridge" kind of moments. That's all I'm saying. They just wanted me to tell you that for information for whatever reason. So okay, so now we're back to doing just your generalized readings with nobody in the queue as of right now. I'm looking in to see if there's any weird news right now. Because I am so waiting for this thing to happen. And I either I want the day to pass, and really a moment of silly. Here you go. Here is your moment of silly, there, Chester. There you go. There was your moment of silly. Go do what you gotta go do. Go get your self care taken care of. Go get all of that love and stuff done. We'll see you when you get back there, Cheesy Tater. All right? All right, guys. After your reading, if you guys gotta go self care or go digest your reading for a second or two and come back in, or just gotta get some shit done because my coffee is burning or something like that. Oh shit, I forgot the coffee. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a moment. It's okay. Just go to you guys. Come in here when you come in here. Remember, I am doing 100% free readings because I don't expect you guys to ever do anything for me. If you throw me the subscription, you throw me the biddies, you throw me the subscription, great. But if you don't do that, it's okay too. Because I just want to come here and have something to do for 3 hours a day every once in a while so that I can go, oh, wait, I have a life in doing something. And I'm not just sitting in my room being like, what am I supposed to do with my life today? You know what I'm saying? I'm not the I like to sit around kind of a guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's not what I want. And then trying to pay attention to you guys too and making sure I'm not missing anything with you guys either. And then, you know, um, La 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 la. So right now I'm playing marbles with Cam on the cob. That's what I do when I have nothing left to do. I go play marbles online.
Win the prize. It's elk. Elk mating season. Growing chickens. Congratulations, all the elk voters. You got it. Prediction is officially going up. A new channel point prediction is now live.
Get those bets in and remember 2 words.
Gamble responsibly.
Wait, this says what's in your pocket?
And then I like to lurk my friends, and I like to lurk my friends and keep them tabbed up if I can. You know what I'm saying? So some of the people who I really like out there are currently, they're doing their own thing right now. Like, let's shout out a couple of my people right here. Okay? So your best Tansy is out here.
Bother me too much. It's not spiders. Spiders don't really bother me. I don't know. Animals don't really concern me too much. I think the animal that freaks me out the most is the one that is the safest. It's mountain lions. There are so few mountain lion deaths, they stay away from people. But what freaks me out is when you're hiking, you can't see them. They are so still and they blend in so well that it's like if they're near you, you're not going to see them. And if they do attack, they go straight for the kill. So if you get attacked by a mountain lion from behind, it's going to just claw your face and neck, and it just goes straight for the kill. So you're just dead. I think the mountain lions freak me out the most, even though attacks are so rare. It's so unbelievably rare. Photo dogs, what's up, dude? Feral dogs freak me out. Panthers. Humans, yeah, humans are the most deadly animal. Ocean animals. That's my girlfriend Jess. She freaks out from ocean stuff.
These are some cool ass people I just dropped in chat. If you want to do me a favor, if you can't show me love, show them some love. That's all I ask. Is that you go check them out, give them 5 to 10 minutes of your time. Go give them let's go from the top. Your best Tansy is a baby tarot reader. She's just starting to learn how to stream and do all of our streaming stuff. Then we have HTC, which is a student of mine and also a baby tarot reader as well. So, and a baby streamer as well. So they're both very good people that I would highly recommend. And then you got to go check out the advisor and get some really good 420 advice from him, because he is a stoner and a smoker, but he has a nice, cool, laid-back vibe. If you need a place to chill, chillax, and relax and find community, there's an awesome person to go do that with. And then last but not least, I'm just going to say Cam on the Cob, who I play marbles with every day when I don't have anybody in my queue to play marbles with. When I don't have any readers in my room. So, that's what I do. That's who I am. I support my friends, and I would support some more people. But you know what? They've told me to not even support them, so I'm not going to do that. I try to do the best I can. I'm human. I make mistakes.
But a lot of them get holes in them. I had to throw some out because they get too many holes in them. I just like my old boxers. I like them.
So that's where we're at right now, guys. Is we're just kind of having a nice chill moment here. Maybe I'll put on some music for us to listen to here too as well. Let's do that as well.
What NFL team is drafted? All of these quarterbacks: Deshaun Kaiser.
What do we want to listen to?
McCoy, Charlie Fye, Spurgon Wynn, and Luke McCown. Guys, Colt McCoy was Cowboys, wasn't it? Wasn't that Cowboys or no? Everyone's saying Browns.
There we go. And we got the office mic all the way up. The music halfway down. If it's too loud, let me know. If it's not loud enough, let me know. Just trying to make it a nice, light, happy kind of a vibe here. Looks like you'll get the music here, but it'll be light in the background. So I've got it at about I'd say about 43 decibels right now.
section first. I give you the mark skin. If you find otherwise, package your choose to 10 seconds on your clock. May secure officially. Launch date 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Countdown. Use me. 6 feet from the edge. What's the name of that song? Guys, where is the world's most active volcano located? We got a different set of trivia points. Where's the world's most active volcano? Watching some basketball.
Nothing in there now.
I gotta finish painting some stuff. There's some spots that I still haven't painted. And yard work. I have to fix my yard. How about you guys? What are you doing this weekend? What are y'all doing?
So I got my friends tabbed up. Keep them at the right percentage too. So you gotta keep them at 2% or higher, otherwise it doesn't count for the algorithm. And now I'm just gonna leave them do what they're doing. Go back to playing marbles with my brother Cam on the Cob. Wait for you guys to come in here and get readings.
They're all luxury? F-Sport, that's an F-Sport. Yeah, of course. Luxury cars. AMG's luxury version of Mercedes. Yeah, oh yeah, F-Type is Jaguar, that's right. Never mind. And then M-Series BMW. Luxury trim. It's one of these better energy drinks. Guys, the world's most active volcano, I'm gonna guess New Zealand. Everyone take a guess. New Zealand has some very active volcanoes. Or Japan? Iceland? Let's say Iceland. And correct
Five Paz Tarot sub goal. I'm doing good, Lixie. How are you? Let me turn down the music. I'm doing good, Lixie. How about you? I'm doing awesome. Having a good day so far today. Just kind of chilling, relaxing a little bit. You know, not how I had a pretty busy first hour, and now it's kind of calmed down a little bit. So I'm just taking the win and enjoying a break, and that's about it, really. Okay. Give me a second. Can of wax cleanup aisle 5.
All right, guys, we get one more chance. We have to get this right. Since 1990, college basketball fans, we need you. It could be you. And since 1991, school has defeated all these teams in the Final Four to advance to the national championship. Ohio State, Duke, Kentucky, Florida, and Miami. Is it UConn for sure? UConn has won 5 championships. I think they're like 5 for 5 too. They're very clutch in the Final Four. A lot of people saying Connecticut. It is Connecticut. GG's, guys. Guys, imagine you're a sports team and you win every time you make it to the championship. How freaking lucky is that? Like, I think it hasn't UConn. Connecticut's only been in the championship 5 times. I think they won all. It's like a real statistic. Every time they make it there, they freaking win. All right, homies, let's launch in.
All right. Now we got the can of wax issue taken care of. My light is back on. Now I just got to clean my mess up. Gosh darn it. You saw that, right?
Let's get ready for the next one. Random question. Who is this? I love when he goes now lean and his arm sticks out.
So anyway, that's how I'm doing. Doing a lot of crazy stuff online. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a break. I won't be back until like Tuesday because I got some medical appointments on Monday. Other than that, life is going pretty good. Like I said, I'm trying to find out if this enzyme shows up again in my blood work. That might be kind of giving indications there might be some memory degrading going on here. It's just one part of diagnosing it. It's not the whole thing because I still have to maybe go do memory kind of testing and stuff like that too. But I am starting to show a little bit of signs of like dementia, Alzheimer's. It runs in my family. I'm just playing it safe. I don't think I have it. I'm just maybe part of the reason things are going the way they are going right now, and part of the reason I'm doing certain things is maybe I'm not in full control here. So just fair warning, I may not be in full control here. Oh God, it's hot in here. I'll be back.
Yeah, and
this, bro. Let's
he
go.
changed his personality though. It's like he woke up a different human.
You're doing that.
He has your vertigo. Guys, ever since I was getting vertigo a while ago, it stopped. I had it bad for like 3 weeks. Has anyone ever experienced vertigo? It is so disorienting. Like you move your head in a certain direction, and whatever's in your inner ear, the crystals or whatever, your head just starts spinning. And you're freaking, it's the weirdest feeling. I had it for like 3 weeks. And then, 3 weeks. Super weird feeling. Once I was watching some X Games movie in IMAX. But IMAX, that'll do it. OP, come on! Oh, Jamie, gotcha. Okay. Lou? Lou? Lou is your last name. Guys, what's the, is that Sanus? I'm just
I was actually
kidding.
trying
That
to
was a
see
terrible
if
joke. Lou. Deep breath. Stay calm. Homies? Yeah. Yeah. No! You almost made it through! That was so close, dude. Yeah, you're slowly like a couple of points left. Hop on in, guys. Exclamation point.
I was just looking for this.
And I'm back, guys. Thank you very much for your patience. We got the brass monkey loaded, and we also have a joint for ourselves if I want to pull that off. No. Let me turn down the lights a little bit here. Try to pull this off here. Hey, Crypto, welcome on in. Crypto, welcome in. So you want a reading for today, right? Okay, come on in. Here's how it works here. If you haven't been here for a while, or if you've never been here, I'm going to ask you to tell me what your numbers are. Please pick a number 1 through 10. That's where I will shuffle the deck for you. Then I'm going to ask you to pick a second set of number 1 through 52. That's where the answers will be in my deck. If you have a question you want me to try to answer, just put it as simply as possible for me. Otherwise, say you want a general reading. Either way, that's what I do here. I am a blunt tarot reader. I will not tell you what you want to hear. I will tell you what you need to hear. So remember that, and we're good to go. All right, can you hear this dryer in the background, guys? Do I need to close the door? I mean, is it bothering anybody? Because I can hear it in my room. Can you guys hear a dryer kind of sound in the background or anything like that? It doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter to you, shuffle Crypto, then I won't worry about it. So here we're going to do a cleansing shuffle for Crypto, because I always do a cleansing shuffle before any reading. Just got to randomize the cards from the last reading. I just got done doing one not too long ago, so I have to kind of cleanse these cards off to not only randomize them for you, but you know, it's my energetic washing of the cards here. Well, my friend's marriage last. Her name is Anne, and her husband is Crown. All right, let's find out what we want to know for that. Here are your 10 official shuffles there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you have 20th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 20th card is now on top. And you have a One God card message as well. So if you haven't been here before, whenever a card pops out of my deck when I'm shuffling, after your main reading, there's a message from your higher power. We can always get to after that. But for now, let's answer the question at hand about the relationship of Anne and Crown. And I kind of feel like you just want to see both of these people happy. That you have nothing but the best intentions for them. You want to see them resolve whatever issues that they are having at the point. What they're learning to discover to do right now is kind of like what me and my wife had to learn how to do when we first began our marriage. Because you have my wife's card as your first card, which is the Whale's Joy card. So this definitely has to do with them being each other's one true love here. So if you're wondering if this is a match that should be, it is a match should be. That doesn't mean it doesn't have work to still be done with it, okay? So, Anne and Crown here, they're both kind of a little bit down in their own issues right now. They're trying to find a way to navigate around all of those issues. Both of them have habits of kind of holding on to their problems a little bit longer than they need to, not letting go appropriately and stuff like that. They tend to spend a lot of time down in their problems and worries rather than their joyful moments of life. They both kind of do this in a way. And as they are starting to find this new joy in life and new experiences that they're starting to have right now, just like my wife, they're both kind of stubborn people from time to time who aren't quite ready to move and change yet. They don't want to feel like the other person's imposing their belief system on each other or that. They want to have an equal partnership as much of it as that can be an equal partnership. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that they have to stop navigating around the issues and start to swim through the issues. Start to come up for that joyful breath of air in their lungs and bring in that new zestful breath of joy into their lungs so that they can take in the joyfulness of breathing in life, for breathing in the experience of it. And why not find only the happy experiences that will move me and shake me forward? So they're both trying to do this, right? They're both swimming down in the ocean, trying to come up for air like a whale does. When they breach that surface floor, the reason they partly scream and yell is they're exhaling all of that bad air that they've been keeping in their lungs up to this point. And the reason they're screaming is because I get to take a new breath of air for the first time. My lungs are going to feel full, and I'm going to be able to breathe, and I'm going to be able to race and face anything that gets in my way now, because now I have all of that life in me again. And I found joy while I was coming up out of that ocean floor instead of misery. That's what they're doing now, is finding the joy in it. Finding the way to come up for that fresh breath of air. Finding out how to not navigate around the issue and swim through the issue. They're seeing things for how they truly are, and they're adapting to those things. They're trusting their heart, their mind, and their spirit telling them what to do in their own journey. They're not going to take your input right now. They need to figure this out for themselves. All you can do is sit back, relax, and watch the movie play out. And hopefully, if you see a moment you feel like you can help, well, then you'll have that moment. But you have to start to trust your intuition telling you to stay back and allow them the freedom and space they need to learn to grow together again. You know what I'm saying? Because they're embarking on a new journey. They're starting to realize that what they've been doing up to this point is be like a seed in the ground. Yeah, it was a dark time maybe for them recently, but that was all designed to help them grow and get closer together, so that when they come up out of the ground for the first time, they start to sprout and reach for the sun. Now they're going to bring in the positivity. Now they're going to allow the emotional freedom of this world to rain down on them so they can let their own emotions out, so they can soak in the appropriate amount of nutrients of the world that they are living in. And then they're going to allow the wind to kind of come along and blow off their leaves and dry them all off so that they can start to live and breathe in the world that they're living in. But it's a new beginning. It's a new experience. So new things are going to have to change. New things are going to have to understand. The old way isn't going to work anymore. The new way has to be what we do. They are both saying, let's forgive and forget. Let's both release whatever it was that hurt each other. or whatever it was we weren't communicating about or whatever we weren't doing. Let's release the past so that we can embrace a future. Right? And that's what they're working on right now, is that release part. Because they're both holding a little bit back right now because they're very skittish about it being turning into the worst situation ever. Rather than looking for the positive, they're still kind of a little skittish that this isn't going to work out, or I don't know how to deal with this person's attitude, or whatever that case may be, kind of situation, right? But it's about, I've got to make sure I put this in a place where I know it's I gotta that's my taxes I gotta put in there before April 15th there. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Here, right? It's about the releasing part, that they both have a lot of things that they still have to let go of, but they're on their way to that healing. Well, like I said, it may be time for one of them to release the other too. Maybe that's what the release card is about too. Maybe you know something that your intuition is telling you this isn't going to last much longer. And when she finally sees the head and deer lights moment of him, she realizing she doesn't love him back in return, well then she'll finally wake up. But you realize she has to go through this in order to learn that lesson, and it's painful for you to sit back, relax, and watch what happens here. But until she's gone through it and been through it, she will never understand what it means to have that in her life, what real love will look like. So that's kind of part of what's going on there. And she's got to fight for her independence. That's the other part of it. And maybe she's trying to tell him something he doesn't want to hear. And maybe he doesn't need to hear it anymore. Maybe it's somebody else's job. Do you want to see your God card? The God card comes out when you have a very specific question you've been asking your higher power lately. Like, oh, I've been looking up and saying, hey, God, what is this big scary thing coming our way? Well, they've kind of answered me in their own specific way, but they came here to tell you a very specific answer to a very specific question. If you want the answer to what that question is, you do have a one God card answer today. So I ask you, do you want your God card? And then Indigo, it is your turn after that, okay? So, we will get to you in just a moment, Indigo. So I ask you one time, do you want to see your God card? Okay. Yeah, and that's basically what I think you have to understand about what's going on with you right now. And this goes just to you and your path, okay? It feels like you've been that plan maker for a long time of your life. Like you had to have a plan for everything. Like if you didn't have goals, or if you didn't fight for what you wanted, or if you didn't take this step, and this step, even you reviewing what you've been doing up to this point was a plan. And even though you've come up with plans and plans and plans and plans and plans and plans, right? What they want you to really do right now there, my friend, is they want you to take a wandering path for a while. Like you are laying in the lazy river and you are just allowing the current to take you where it takes you. When you find an appropriate riverbed or light part of the river where you can get up out of the water and head towards land, and then start walking the path that makes sense to you. But maybe right now all you have to do is just let the current take you where it's going to take you. Let yourself just wander. Don't be worried about how long it takes you to get to the end of the path. It gets you where it gets you when it gets you there. If you know danger is coming, you'll get out of the water. If you don't get out of the water when danger is coming, you'll have to endure the danger. But you understand what I'm saying here. Maybe it's time not to have the plan. And maybe that's the only plan you can have. No, that was for Crypto Girl, not you. Yours is coming up now, Indigo. I'm going to cleanse these cards off for you, Indigo, and now we'll do your reading. Okay? So... And if it resonated for you, Indigo, maybe there's some message that you needed to hear. Sometimes another person's reading will resonate with you for a reason. Maybe you needed to hear that today. Like I tout to everybody, when you come here, you hear what you need to know, not necessarily what to know. Even though it may be for somebody else, you may resonate very real with you as well. So, haha. So, Indigo, throw me your numbers. How many times do you want me to shuffle the deck for you? 1 through 10. And where do you want me to pick your answers from? 1 through 52. And after that, we will get into your reading. If you have a question, blah, 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 blah. 2 and 22. What are my guides desperately trying to tell you? Got you. Oh, God. They're trying to tell us all a lot of things right now. You're feeling the same thing I'm feeling, okay? So here are your 2 official shuffles. 1. Already got God cards. And 2. Some people think they're going to get away without getting God cards because they picked 2. Haha. I've had them fall out of the deck before I even said 1. And when it was your official number time. So here we go. 22 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, and the 22nd card. What are your guides desperately trying to tell you? Let's see what they're trying to tell you. Here's what they're trying to tell you. Okay. So, let's get serious here, Indigo. So, Indigo, as you are starting to open up that door for the first time again in a while, and you know what I'm talking about, opening this door, this psychic barrier that you are finally ready to start to listen here, okay? And it's because you've been getting this message like they have to talk to you, they have to talk to you, they have to talk to. Well, they're trying to open up the lines of communication so they can better get you corrected towards the path that you want to happen in your life. So ask yourself, about a month and a half ago, you were saying to yourself something like, God, I wish I could do something like be more patient or be more, be able to take things as they come. Something like that, where you kind of had to take a beat, right? You had to kind of learn something a tiny bit here, right? And in this past moment that you are dealing with right now, right? In this moment that you are starting to learn what it means to truly embrace yourself for who you really are for the first time. I'm not talking about the fake times you thought you believed in yourself. I'm not talking about the times when you almost did it. I'm talking about real, true belief in yourself, Indigo. And that means accepting yourself. The good, the bad, the ugly, and everything that comes with the whole package here. Yeah, you can always grow and change something into something better. We both know that, right, Indigo? But until you've embraced what it is that made you up this person in the first place and love all of that which you are, how can you move it and change it if you can't even accept that the love you've been waiting to feel is the love that you need to embrace within yourself? And they've been desperately trying to get you to do this. And they've been trying to make you see just how beautiful you are. But you keep ignoring the messages they send your way. Because you think strife isn't a message. You don't think getting through the hardships is a message. You don't think, or maybe you think too much, it's a message. Maybe you think in your head too much, it's a, this is what it means. I'm doing a bad. I'm getting treated like this because I'm doing it wrong. Maybe it's just free will game time and the world spins and the world keeps spinning and you just keep happening to roll bad dice. Maybe it's not being done to you or for you. It's just being done. How you use the magic the world is giving you is the point. You aren't utilizing what they're giving you. They are giving you exactly what you need. They are giving you exactly what you're asking for. They are they're not telling you, they are showing you. They are telling you, you have the ability to make this happen. It's your turn to step up and show us what you can do. It's your turn to start to say what I am capable of. We've given you everything we can give you right now. Show us what you're going to do with what we've given you. And how am I going to wield it into my manifesting and make it become that which I want it to be? Well, maybe if I got out of my own goddamn way a little bit and stopped trying to push up the big ugly rock up the hill that keeps trying to tell me if I accomplish this feat, I'll win. Well, fuck winning. Why don't you just let the stupid rock go, walk up the top of the hill and say, why did I have to get the rock up the hill? I could have just got up here without the rock. And then you get out of your own goddamn way. And that boulder represents those anxiety, fears, the bullshit shit stories you keep telling yourself, the bullshit excuses you keep giving yourself. And you want transformation, but you're not willing to do the work it takes to get there. So I'm calling you on your shit a little bit here by saying, get out of your own way, first of all. Stop using all of that negative for negative reasons. Start using it as the fire under your ass to start changing your life into what you want it to be. Maybe it's time to take off the mask and show people just how much of a fiery, burning, hellfire, hell hath no fury, I am strong, powerful, you can't take me down, bitch ass, piss bitch, wonderful, cunt, wonderful woman. You know what I'm trying to say here. I use these in deep respect of all women out there. It's time to be the broad ass, badass bitch. Indigo. Or the big, broad ass, badass man, whichever the case may be. And say, if you don't like who I am, tough shit. I love me for who I am. I don't need you to tell me who I am is good. I love me. I am listening to those higher powers. If they're giving me stuff to get over, how am I going to use it as my personal power to make my life be better? I'll show them. I'll make sure I get past them. Watch me carve my own destiny. Watch me become happy. And now, get out of your own way by saying, I don't need to let my anxiety get into my way. What am I afraid of? Having a better life? Oh, that seems scary. What am I worried about? That it won't work out? Well, things haven't worked out so far. What would change? I mean, really, there's only so many places you have left to run. And that mask you keep hiding behind is the thing you keep running into. When you smash that mask into the oblivion it needs to, and you keep hiding behind that mask you keep wearing and start to say, this is who I am, and this is who I want to be, no excuses, well, then you'll finally understand. You have a 2 God card message for today. Hello, King. All hail the King. All hail the King. King Tanza, welcome on in. So, now you are faced with another question that may be answering that has everything to do with what I just told you or nothing to do with what I just told you. But it's a question from your higher answer from your higher power should you wish to see it. So let me know if you want to see your God cards or not, Indigo. And then we'll go to Cozy Crypto Girls next in line for their reading. So Crypto, why don't you throw me your numbers and or question? We'll get you ready to rock and roll. Well, the mask you're wearing is the non-confident person. That's the mask. Don't you get it? That the I've never felt confident is the mask that you're wearing. That's what protects you. If I'm not confident, how can they damage me anymore? How can they hurt me anymore? How can they do any more damage to me? I've already had all the damage that could ever be done to me. So I hide behind this unconfident mousy mask because that's what feels safe. No, the braver thing is to take the mask off and say, okay, now watch me. Now watch me say, I'm not afraid anymore. I am confident. This isn't my mask. Either it's time for you to become the mask or take the mask off. Ask yourself, which is it? Is the mask who you really are, or is the mask what you're hiding behind to keep yourself safe? That's all I'm saying. And I think this is exactly right. You have the ancient knowledge that you need right now. That's what the Grand Elder card is about. You have all of the knowledge that this world has been giving you, right? You've lived a pretty full life up to this point. The knowledge that you've gained through that life has made you strong. Like a tree through has stood the test of the ages and has stood through all of that storm, winter, year after year for thousands and thousands of years. But it still has to grow leaves every year or the tree doesn't live. It dies and it's just an empty husk. So this is a living tree that is ready to grow in new different ways. Even though I think I know it all or don't know it all, maybe it's time to change my perspective. You need to stop looking at it as I'm walking into the darkness and start walking into the dream, walking into the unknown. I know, ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? But it's your turn to manifest what you want your life to look like. In that darkness, it's just like a baby in the womb. The baby takes the nutrients from the mother. It doesn't ask whether if it's good pizza or bad pizza. It's just pizza that has been turned into sugars that feed me. Okay? The baby doesn't question where it comes from. It just takes it all as a good thing. Just like you have to start to take all of that experience that's being given to you as good nutrition that's going to help you become the stronger, beautiful person you will be once you are born. The only thing left for you to do is become the light in the darkness. Because as we all exit the stage of life, from when we're going from rebirth to life, we get to go out of that canal towards that light. We eventually head towards the light, and we head towards life. Now we are heading towards life, so move the goddamn mirror already and stop looking the wrong direction. Because if you're looking into the darkness and all you see is darkness, then the mirror that you're looking at is what's behind you. So that means the darkness is behind you, the light is right in front of you. Move the goddamn mirror. Transformation, and I want to give you the best possible advice I can give you, okay? Because I understand where you have been, okay? First, find something you can believe in about yourself. One good thing, only one good thing is all you need to start the I'm going to have a better life moment. One happy memory or one happy moment that feeds you. Maybe it was a childhood dream. Maybe it was a childhood goal. Maybe it was a current goal. Maybe it was a current dream. Something that shows you where the light is at. Then you just start walking towards the light. And eventually, life will begin again. All right, Crypto. Throw me your numbers. 1 through 10 for shuffle. You press exclamation point join, King. And that's all that you have to start to say is, now I want to build on that, right? So if that's your power, if that is what makes you a strong person, now what is the worst attribute of you? What is the worst attribute? You don't have to tell it to me here on stream. What is your worst attribute? Is it that I'm too organized? Am I too self-involved? What is the worst part of who you are? And then I want you to love that part of who you are. I am a anxiety filled. I'm very, very energetic. I've got a lot of strong emotions, right? So what do I use my strong emotions for? I use those to my benefit to come here and give you blunt tarot readings because I'm using my worst attributes sometimes as my gift. It seems like maybe I should be doing it the other way around. Maybe I shouldn't be a blunt tarot reader and be one of these, well, you know, and tomorrow will be the best day ever. But it will be like so dry and not even close to accurate that you'll be like, why am I here? Because that won't be who I am. You understand there? Probably. What cat? What is it? Did Lassie fall down a well again? My cat just came to say hi. Lucifer came to say hi real quick, so I'm giving him pets real quick. Petty kitty, petty kitty. You want to come up and say hi to everybody? Want to come say hi? Huh? Okay. So, Crypto, I can give you a reading for this, but I don't really know if you need a reading for this because I can pretty much tell you there's already signs there. It's just that lessons have to be learned the hard way. I'll give you a reading if you still want it. Throw me your numbers, okay? But I'm telling you from my intuition is, my guys are telling me that they already that's why there's so much. You can see it crumbling in front of you. So throw me your numbers, though. I'll be happy to give you a more detailed answer. Why? That I can probably do better. But you already know that it was on its way out. You already know she already kind of sees it. It's the legal aspect of it, okay? We have to do this in a legal way. We don't hate ourselves so much we need it done now kind of a deal. I know, I kind of saw it coming kind of a deal. Yeah, that's why it's an open queue. It's not, does it say one reading only per stream? No, it says join whenever you want to join. You join as long as I've got space in my reading queue. As long as I haven't said I'm closing the queue yet and it doesn't say nope, come back tomorrow, you can enter the queue. So, give me your numbers again, Crypto, though, because I lost them. 10 and 25, I believe it was. 10 and 25. Okay, here we go. Let me cleanse the cards off for you. Yeah, I went back and looked. And what is your question and or what do you want to know today, Crypto Girl? What was it? The question one more time, please and thank you. And King, you're next. You're next after this, King. And then it's Indigo. So 10 and 25. Here are your 10 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the last shuffle, 10th shuffle. Now the 25th card. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 God card answer for this today. Here are your 25, 26, 27, and 28th cards. And you want to know what again about these people? Oh, you want to know about the two timing thingy? Gotcha, I forgot. Well, she's not stupid, okay? You know she's not stupid, so don't give her that girl on girl hate here. We need to stick together as ladies, okay? You can't assume she doesn't already know what the hell is going on. It's more of a, how do I do this in the right way so that I can get out of this without damaging my life anymore kind of a deal. She sees the eyes are wandering. I'm willing to bet she does know that there's at least has an indication something is going on. She may not have proof of that, but I think she does know that there's an indication that something is not right in the relationship, and she has I think a feeling that he's cheating on her already, like he's got too much of a wandering eye, that he thinks the grass is greener on the other side kind of a deal. I kind of think that that's kind of what's going on, because the guy wants to go have fun and not worry about responsibility or any of that shit right now. He's too much of a young pup, trying to sow his oats. He's not ready to settle down yet. He's been that way for a while. He's more of a child at heart than a man at heart, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So, where he wants to go find the fun. He doesn't want the responsibility. He just wants the fun aspect of it. He doesn't want the responsibility of being in a relationship, doing all this relationship crap. No, he wants to go have his fun, come home, and have a safe place to sleep at the end of the night. Right? But I bet that she has an idea something's going on, because just like in life, when we start to notice there are little signs here and there, we kind of put them together, just like when we are trying to create any kind of tool in our life, right? We know that the heat is there to begin with. We have an understanding that that forge has been hot for a while. Like there was already that pretty much that indicating feeling like something was not going the way it was supposed to be going. There was problems there anyway. Then we kind of went to go check what the furnace looked like. It wasn't looking or acting like it normally acted. So we had to decide what we're going to do with said problem. Well, did we communicate it? I bet we didn't communicate it. I bet it's more of a feeling and a sense than anything. But I think she will have proof pretty much relatively soon. Because now she's going to start to see what this is turning her life into being. And that means she's going to start to see and wake up a little bit and go, oh, wait, if I keep going down this path, I'm always going to be the other woman who wants to be cheated on. And basically that might be what it's about there. She's trying to gather up what she needs before she moves on. She's trying to create a safety net before she moves on. And she's trying to keep it herself from freezing in place long enough to get trapped there for much longer. So that's kind of what I'm feeling, is that the freeze card usually means you're letting the world stop you from facing it. So maybe his own anxieties here are getting in the way of him realizing what's going on, because he's so afraid of not having somebody in his life. He's willing to overlook the other stuff. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's not. But there is definitely this part in their lives right now where they're starting to see all of the emotional stuff going on, all the physical stuff going on, all the spiritual stuff of me and my heart with you diminish. So now that's making me question. That questioning has got me going, is this still the person who loves me? Does he still show me he loves me? Blah, 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 blah. Now I need to make a choice what I do with this information. That's where she's at right now. What do I do with this information now that I have it? That is the question, honestly. Really? Will they end up breaking up? That depends on how much of a stubborn woman she is. He is. Stubborn man he is. If he can accept that this woman will never love him back in return, it will end fairly quickly. If he's the kind of guy who kind of hangs on a little bit, way too much sometimes, it's going to take a while. It may take him seeing her cheat on him for it to finally end, kind of say. I believe that it's probably most likely, from what my intuition is telling me, that it will probably end within the next half of the year. Like before the year is out, before January 1st rolls around, before the end of the year, I don't think this will be they'll be in a relationship anymore. If not sooner than that. Maybe this is that answer there, Crypto. Let me know if the ads are done here. Are we all back now? Is everyone back? I had something say we had an ad break, so. So, Crypto, I do have another answer from your higher power today. You have a 5 God card answer to maybe the very question you're asking me right now. Or it may be something else. Do you want to see your God cards? Yes or no? I'll take open as meaning yes, I want to see them. All right. So, here's what I have to tell you. Wow, are you going to get your spiritual butt kicked here? So I hope you're really, really ready to hear. Yeah, release again. So what is this telling you we're not doing here, okay? Okay, there's a part of you that needs to get rid of this baggage in your life. That you need to find a way to release it. You know what I tell people to do sometimes is my rock ritual, Crypto. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do today. I want you to go outside today and find an ugly old rock. I don't care what kind of a rock it is, as long as it's something you never ever want to see ever again. It can be whatever size, shape you want, but it has to be something you can actually throw away, okay, here? Can't be something you can't lift or anything like that. Okay, gotta fit in the palm of your hand. And what I want you to do is ask your higher power what you believe in to create the ultimate void that can create any, all, and suck away any and all negative energies, thoughts, feelings that you don't need anymore in your life away from you. So just holding this rock doesn't naturally. But there's one thing you need to put, that you need to say, I need to get rid of in my life, that has to go into the rock. Now you do this energetically, of course. I don't want you to decorate the rock. I don't want you to make it look pretty or anything like that. All I want you to do is ask your higher power that make sure that there is a black hole inside of it, so that when you start thinking negatively, it sucks that energy away from you. The one thing you need to work on in your life that you need to remove from your very being, that one thing has to go on the rock. You do this every single day until you feel it is full. You don't do it for longer than 1 year though, okay? If you do it for the full year, you do it for the full year. You don't have to do it that full year. You do it for as long as you feel you need to do it. Then what you do is, after that point there, you start to say, take it away from me, take it away from me. Once it's filled, you go find a place you can never ever get it back, okay, crypto? And you take that last time when you ever will think about any of it. So if there's anything else you need to get rid of at this point, negative energetically wise, you store it in the palm of your hands, and then when you're ready to let it go, you gather up all of your strength and you throw it in a place you can't get it back. Off a cliff, in a lake, in a forest, someplace you couldn't find it if you wanted to. Okay? And then I want you to take all of that pain and hurt and anger, and I want you to say, once this rock touches the ground, I give it back to my higher power. And you let that rock fly with whatever you have within you. Right? Then you give yourself at least 3 days to let it just be gone. And after that, that's when you pick up a beautiful rock and you fill it with the light of your higher power, the love that you want back in your life to replace all that negative. You do it for the exact amount of time you did for the bad rock. So if you did the bad rock for 3 days, you got to do the good rock for 3 days. Get it? And then once you're ready, you seal that rock, because you're going to put one good thing back in yourself to replace that one thing you let go of. So instead of self-doubt, you're going to put self-confidence in its place. Got it? And then whenever you're having a bad day, you go grab that rock and you say, I need that power today, and that power will come into your life. Now that's just a little bit of a benefit, a little thing for you if you want to do it, okay? Then it's time for you to realize you're not missing anything anymore. That's time for you to realize that you haven't been missing anything for a while. What you're missing is the opportunity to develop in who you want yourself to be. Let me say that again. You're letting yourself not see that the only missing puzzle piece is that which has yet to develop. That means you have everything that you need. You just have to wait for the photograph to kind of come in so you can see the pretty picture. Kind of like a Polaroid picture does. And learn how to cherish your life for what it truly is. Start looking at what good things are staring you in front of your face, and start to cherish the things that you can't look past the bad. Start looking at the good. The best possible advice I ever gave me and my wife was we needed to learn how to cherish each other. Even before our wedding day, we thought the person staring us in front of their face was too good to be true. We didn't deserve it. We didn't deserve what we were getting. We had to open up our minds and bodies and souls to say, damn straight we deserve for this person. Damn straight we need to cherish this person every single day. And then, my friend Crypto, it's time to bring balance to your life. Before I became the unknown prophet, I was called Unison because I had a very dualistic personality. I split myself into a good half and a bad half. I didn't know how to handle a lot of my problems growing up, so my mind broke a little bit. So I had to learn how to bring one side of the coin to the other side of the coin, even though it was the same coin, or as I like to call it, the gray in between is the coin. Heads is heads, tails is tails, but if it's still a coin. I always own the coin. I walk in between both worlds. I don't have to live either in good or bad choices all the damn time. I have to learn how to walk in the symphony of the music I am creating. That's what I had to learn, and part of what you have to learn now too is how to follow your dreams, carve your destiny into your own path, and make sure that you know that it's time to bring balance by finding both halves of your life have to come together as one so it can be the symphony you wanted to hear. And then you get this card. Closing the queue down. Because I need a green. Is my mom's card. So my mom has 3 pieces of advice for you today. And this is all I want to tell you about my mom's card. Normally there would be a lot more with this card, but you only need to hear these 3 things, and I really want you to hear them today. I will find out Monday, or probably that's when I go in for more testing, is Monday there, St. Paul. I will find out more. I'm going in for more testing on Monday morning, so that's why I won't be here Monday. But I don't know how fast they'll get me an answer, okay? So as soon as I find out that, and I go in order, so King, you'll be next in line. I just want to say this last 3 things to crypto, and then you're next. So throw me your numbers, okay? If you got to get going, go get going. I understand, okay? The 3 things I need to tell you the most, okay? And I want to see the words "I am ready" there when you're ready, crypto girl. Number 1, you have the power. You are more powerful than you have been giving yourself credit for. You have more will and strength and power within you than you can ever possibly imagine. I need you to tap into that power today. Number 2, you are loved by more people than you could ever possibly imagine. Today I want you to realize that a lot more people love you than hate you. Don't forget that, because a lot more people wish you were still in their lives and don't. And last but not least, it's time to carve your own damn destiny already and start to stop asking people for permission on how to live your life and start carving the world and life you want to live. King, it's your turn. Sorry about that. These take as long as they take, guys. I'm not going to rush anybody's reading. But I am going to take a 420 hit right now. So if you guys want a 420 hit with me, I'm hitting the brass monkey as of right now because my pain is high and I need something to help with the pain. Okay. King, it is your turn. This is your first. What are your numbers? What are your numbers, King? Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you. Thank you for your patience, by the way. So, how many times do you want me to shuffle the deck? 1 through 10 and 1 through 52. Where is your answers in my deck? Those are the numbers I need. Just in case. Oh, sorry about that. It had to come out. Okay. Okay. You said 8 and 14. Which number do you want me to do? 14 or 18 for the second number? Because I do a 1 through 10 for shuffling. So I'm kind of confused by your numbers. Just checking in. Do 8. Okay. Thank you. Just fixing the brass monkey here real quick, guys. So I can actually get a draw of tobacco. There we go. Now 8 and 14, right? Or 8 and 18. That's what I want to know. So I'm going to say 8 and 14, correct? Here are your 8 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too many. When that happens, it's too many cards. It just goes back in. It has to be under a certain amount. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now 14 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 is... Okay, I had a little bit of gas there. Okay, my friend King, welcome on in to the today. I'm hopefully that this will serve you well and give you some much needed direction today. So, King, from what I'm feeling for you recently here is this need to kind of pull all of those parts that you've kind of been working on. You've kind of felt kind of scattered in your life. Now you're trying to bring all of those good parts of who you are together, kind of a deal. Kind of a reassessment, but really not reassessing. Now you're finding a way to turn yourself into a positive force rather than a negative force. Rather than concentrating on what you can't control, you're now starting to concentrate on what you can control. So now you take that catalyst of what was making the troubles in the first place to spark that flame so you can start to light a new candle where positivity will start to drain, start to fill out throughout your life. You're already doing this already, I'm feeling, because you kind of felt like you were escaping a cage that you were put in that you didn't have a control over, okay? Somehow, some way, your life kind of got... Okay, so some way, somehow, you have felt like you kind of were put into a situation you didn't know how to get out of, like you were trapped by this situation, like you were like almost like you were sentenced to be there, like a prisoner is sent when they go into jail. Kind of like my brother felt when he did something incredibly bad in this world, got sentenced to the workhouse, or mini jail as I like to call it, and went there for 6 months. He didn't get to feel the real full tilt kiddie jail. He went to mini jail, okay? So it wasn't exactly like it was something where he had to go, you know, he was in behind bars kind of a deal. He was for a small bit of it, but that was only like 3 months. And then he got out to go to a program that helped him learn how to be a better human being instead. But when he was in there, he made a choice. And this is the important part of the story. Even though my brother had done something he can never repair, okay? He tried to turn his life around by not letting it ruin the rest of his life either. He took responsibility, he turned himself in, he served his time. You've done the same thing. You turned yourself in, you've served your time. It's parole day. It's time for you to get out of the self-imposed prison you've put yourself in. It's time to allow that happy, rainful energy to come out. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to have this emotional freedom to let out all these wonderful, beautiful emotions that are within me. By allowing my rain to come down on my world, does it cleanse me of my past? It washes away some of it, but I know I still have a long way to walk, right? So I've got to do another thing. I've got to take that fresh breath of air back in my lungs too. I've got to live it every day, breathe every day, do better every day. And he turned his life around from being one of a negative thing to turning it into being a way more positive life. Now he's living the life that he wants to live right now. Yes, he lives in restriction, but at least now he's living it as positively as he can. And he's doing it in a way that's not hurting anybody anymore. And honestly, I'm very proud of my brother for the way he turned his life around. But that doesn't negate that he kind of put himself in his own jail a little bit. And kind of somewhat, I feel like you are doing that for a little bit. Part of you is still kind of caged and you're still trying to find a way to say, I don't deserve to be in that cage anymore. Like my brother had to deserve to realize that if he felt he could just do what they told him to do, he knew he could get out faster. This has all been building up that little forge that we have. Before we had a quiet forge, a not sparked forge. All this sparked a flame within us to change and grow to become something new and different. So the fire got lit, but the metal still had to get red hot and ready for real change. What do we want to change? We want to change these barriers we keep putting up, stopping us from our happiness, stopping us from experiencing life as we know it. Because the cage we used to put ourselves in was an icy cage. It felt safe, warm, and comfortable, but all we could feel was the coldness of this world. It protected us, yeah, but we can only feel the icy exterior of what the world would throw at us rather than the warmth. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be back in that cage anymore either, do you? Well, so if you want to get a kitty cat, go get a kitty cat. They're not that hard. You can probably find a house cat somewhere who has had babies recently where you could adopt a baby kitten, okay? But you're trying to melt away the barriers in your life right now by allowing yourself the vulnerability to let go of the past so you can use it to fight for a future you're ready to fight for. You know you don't want to end up back in the same old place again, so you've turned your life around to be one of more positive than negative. Now you've got to use that to make and forge your path going forward. Who do I want myself to be? What do I want to do with it? As long as I can do that, I won't end up in the same icy block exterior thing I've been keeping myself in up to this point. And that's your reading for today, my friend. Hey, Indigo, welcome back again. Throw me your numbers and or question. I'll do a cleansing shuffle for you. Cleansing shuffle for Indigo here. Cleansing shuffle. Okay, let's find out. Here are your 10 official shuffles for I need clarity on how I get the job I want or deserve. All right, let's see what we need to do to get that. 1, 2. Too many cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and now the third card. 1, 2, and the third card is. So here's what you need to do. You're either going to go fuck or you're going to go I know most of this reading, okay? So the final countdown, the trumpet intensifies. I should get my war hat on for this one. Dun 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 Indigo, I have put the war hat on. Means I'm going to war. There's gonna be war, sir. Can we survive the war? Are we ready to survive the war? Are you ready to survive the war? Okay, so you want to know how you're going to get the job you want to get, right? Yeah, I'm sorry I closed down the queue. I am going to be getting high as fuck after Monroe's reading, but you can jump on in here, Alka. I don't mind you. Just give me a second here. You're it. Give me a second. Not there yet. Not there yet. Okay, try it now. Enter now, Alka. There we go. Okay, so, what war? In the rarity of all rare moments when I finally see something where somebody actually needs to hear something really, really badly, and I get to smile like the Cheshire Cat and explain to them what they're not paying attention to. It's kind of one of those moments. You know? I can't keep borrowing or asking for money. I can't let myself be hurt by going home, you know? So, it's kind of one of those deals for you. So, because, and you want to know about how do you get the job that you want to get, right? And you want to know what it's going to take to get what you deserve, right? Well, the first thing you have to understand is you're blocking yourself from your own happiness a little bit here, okay? That Indigo, that the part of the problem is that part of those doubts and fears that you keep giving into, part of those little tiny cracks in the wall and those little tiny things that keep making a bunch of scary noises, just like you're kind of in an ice block. You hear the ice start to crack on the outside. You start to worry whether or not how long that ice is going to last and keep you safe and warm, right? Well, you've put such a big ass barrier around yourself from any kind of harm that you can't get anything. The happiness can't even get in there. That's the point. You've protected yourself so well that happiness can't even get in there. How about that for fucked up? Okay? And you keep trying to live and breathe through only two little eye holes that let you see the world. So that means you only get to see this much of the world. And then you only get this much to breathe out of. Alright? Because you're so protected from harm that the world can't seem to come in and do anything else for you. So now what do you have to do? Get your little hammer out and start to go tappy, tappy, tappy on the inside of the old icy walls you've put yourself in. Tappy, 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 more tappy, tappy, tappy. Oh wait, there's sun in the sky. Wait, if I can use one of these ice cubes to focus that sun energy somewhere in here, what would possibly happen? Oh, if I only had positivity in my life. Oh, for the love of God. Do you hear the sarcasm in my voice here? Yeah, I'm sorry you're out of luck today, Chucky. I've taken all the readings I'm going to take for today. Because Indigo, the job that you want is right there in front of you, but you gotta stop putting this preconceived notion of what that means in your eye. It's time to get out of the box thinking. Maybe it has something to do with what you want to do. Maybe it's an adjunct to it. Maybe it's something that provides assistance to that thing. Maybe we need to open up our mind and break apart this little box we keep applying for. Because it seems like you keep applying for the same thing over and over and over and over again. And getting no. Well, maybe that's the answer. Maybe you need to try to do something different. right? But yeah, you wanted a career reading. This is a career reading because the thing you're not doing is part of what's stopping you is your resume or the way you're putting out the information. You're not putting up all the right information. You're blocking yourself off from that. So I want you to look back at your resume and ask yourself, am I putting all of my best cards out here? Am I setting my resume up for success? If I were the person trying to hire me, how would I want them to perceive that? Right? And that's the ice block and breaking free of those old bad patterns you used to do that aren't getting you a job. Now that you break apart those bad ideas, we need to bring in new ideas, right? That's the integrate card. I need to now say, I am capable of doing this when I didn't say that before. I took care of my brothers and sisters. I'm great with customer service. I'm great with responsibility. I'm very OCD. I'm organized. I like to be on time. Blah, 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 blah. Even your worst attributes can be your benefit. Now we integrate all of those things together, and now we say to ourselves, this is what I am. Now I'm going to show you, as a person who's been in the job market and been a hirer of people, okay, what a manager or a person generally wants to see is that you are dedicated to what their story is. So go research a company before you go applying to a company. Even if it's Taco Bell, go find out about Taco Bell's history. Because the more you know about the company, walking into that building, that interview is going to feel so much less scary because you already know what to expect, what they're all about. Go talk to other employees who work there. Find out what it's like to work there. Find out what it's like to work a 9 to 5 day in, day out job. What the managers are like, what everything is like. So you get an idea of what questions to ask about the company that you may be worried or concerned about. Because, you know what? You think we don't want to be asked questions like this, but that shows us that you've taken an interest in not only being a part of our family, but helping us improve by seeing that you may have something we need to fill that spot. And then, just like you are now shining that light out there, showing them that stuff, now we have to stop looking at it as I am in the darkness and I am not the one being seen anymore. No, we have to change our attitude around. The only thing that you need to do is stop looking. Right. But that's the heartbroken part of you. The disappointment is the thing you're looking at. The not getting it and not looking at it as that wasn't the right opportunity for me at this moment. Maybe there was something better that was way better. What if the other job now comes with twice as much pay, but does the exact same thing and is a lot more friendly, family oriented, has a lot more involvement in your community and stuff like that? It checks a lot of the boxes off, right? Well, if you look at it in a more positive light and start to look at the positive side of it, then maybe it won't be so negative. But if you keep looking at it as something that you can't change or grow or do anything about, well, then it will always be that. The mirror you are facing is the mirror you are walking towards. If you are looking at the darkness, then all you see is the darkness behind you. And maybe it won't. But that's you finding that out. You won't know. You have to walk into the unknown first and sometimes just experience it before you know the answer to the question. So why not just go give something that you're not quite sure about a try first before dismissing it? And I kind of feel like there's another thing you kind of wanted to do besides the thing you're doing now that you've always kind of wanted to do, but really never gave yourself permission because you thought it was too lofty or wasn't really a career or a job or whatever. You're letting yourself get in your own way here. It's like Prometheus pushing up that boulder up a hill. he's letting his problems and worries get in his own way. He's told by his grandfather that if he can push this rock up a hill, which represents all of the worry and anxiety and pain he keeps carrying along with him his whole life, it's only as heavy as the pain and suffering he keeps carrying around. So what does Prometheus do? He keeps pushing it up the damn hill because he's told if he can get it up over the hill, all of his dreams and wishes will come true. That's his promise from his grandfather, right? So, you know what I told Prometheus? Why are you trying to get the rock up over the hill? All he said to you in the first place was, get up over the hill. He never said the rock was part of the solution. He said, if you can get up over the hill, I will make all your dreams and wishes come true. He said nothing about putting a rock up over the hill. You get my point? So all that anxiety and pressure you keep putting on yourself to get the perfect job or get the perfect thing or what's expected of you is what needs to drop off. Maybe you need to humble yourself and go a little bit lower than you're used to. Maybe you need to reach even higher and say, I know my shit. Maybe I need to apply for the higher authority job. But you have to get out of your own damn way to do that. So I'm feeling very programmy kind of stuff with you. Like I'm seeing a lot of numbers and programming language, and a lot of logical subroutines and stuff like that. Maybe computer programmer and/or designer of website or something like that in the computer industry. Am I right on that, Indigo? Am I right on that? Yeah. So think of it in a new, different way. Instead of just going after the developer aspect, what does a developer need? What does a developer require other than just those developing tools? How can I support a developer? How can I lead a developer? Do you understand? What job could be still in my wheelhouse but is an adjunct to what I have been seeking? That's all I'm saying. I think there's something right now in your, even in where you're working at, that you could basically transfer to a different, you would transfer to a different part of the company and be happier there than where you're at now. You're just in the wrong spot in your company. That's what I truly believe. Like your gifts are way wasted where you're at. You should be doing something else. And I think it's more on the creative side than the technical side. I think you need to talk to more of the people who are more into the graphic part of it rather than the numbers behind the scenes that equal the equation to make the movement of the character. Then you apply, the template and whatever else you need to. That you would develop yourself, you're developing a life. And they're just keep telling me something like that is already in your is in the job, but there's a different way of doing it that would make you happier. That's all I'm saying. All right, give me your numbers, Monroe. Monroe, throw me your numbers while I do a cleansing shuffle and give me your question. Yeah. So why couldn't you do that instead of doing the actual job? Teaching how to do it rather than, being the person who shows people how to get into that and being a training manager rather than the person who's actually doing the job. Now you're training people how to do it a better way. So not only are you fixing yourself and then challenging yourself, now you're creating the next generation of people who will do it in a better, more saner way because you know how to do that, right? That's all I'm saying. So give me your numbers there, Monroe, and your question. And if I missed it, I'm sorry. If you already gave them to me. And I'm going to say I'm ready now. Cards are ready. Well, the job in the job market, think about it. There is so much opportunity out there right now, and people are screaming for people. I think they're gone. Monroe, I'm calling you out one time for your reading. Monroe. Well, I've got to give him his first official calls first, Crypto. Then I will, okay? I always give people 3 chances here to come back into my chat because computer issues happen, because lag happens, because commercials happen. You know, I want to give everyone a fair shot. If they've entered the queue, hey, if they left and they're not here on that third call, well, guess what? You're the last one of the day. The cards are already ready to go for you. And hey, what? I get to spend as much time as I want with you because you're the last one. You know what I'm saying? So patience is a virtue sometimes. So I always try to give everyone about a minute apiece on each call, okay? So when I start to say fish call, first call, and when I see it turn to like right now it's 11:29 my time. So when it's 11:30 my time, that will be second call. When it's 11:31, that will be third call. After I've called you out 3 times and I've given you exactly 30 seconds to answer me back before I move on. That's how it works here, guys. That's to give everyone a chance because my readings take so long. I want to give them a chance to go, oh wait, I heard my name. Let me get back to my computer before you move on, kind of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So Monroe, it's your turn. This is your second call for Monroe. Second call for Monroe. And if they don't answer, well, tough shit. How about if I give you a 420 reading there, Crypto? We're only in true stoner fashion, we are late to the party because we're 10 minutes late for 420, but here we go. 420 hit for all of it. Don't yell at me. I'm sorry, then you're in the wrong place. If that's really an issue for you, you're in the wrong place because I don't hold back. I'll yell at you, scream at you, or do whatever I have to do to you to tell you what I think you need to hear. That's part of what I do here and why I do it the way I do it. That's not only a part of my essential personal being, that's just how I am. I don't know how to do anything else, so I will do my very best not to yell at you, okay? But if they tell me to yell at you, I yell. Yes, your guides tell me to do stuff all the time. This is your third and last call, Monroe. Third and last call. You now have 30 seconds to reply. Alexa, give me 30 seconds on a timer.
30 seconds, starting now.
You have until my Alexa says it's done to say you're here. And then it's your turn, Elka. Well, Crypto, you're not even in the queue. Why are you so worried about having a reading anyway? You're not even in line. Elka's the next one in line. She's the last reading for today. One moment. Alexa, stop timer. Okay. Get in here. This is your last and final call for a reading. Last and final call. I will not take any more readings. You have 30 seconds right now. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Monroe, your time is up. Now I am giving you one last chance to enter the queue. One last chance. This is your 1 minute timer starting now. Alexa, give me 1 minute on the clock. Timer. Alexa, give me a 1 minute timer. It's open now.
Starting now.
Open as of now. You have 1 minute to get in the queue now. Want a reading? Get in the queue. That includes you, son. Yeah. We're okay. Just can you give me 27 more seconds, or you're that much? You know, Alco's been waiting too. That's up to Alka. She's been waiting too. She can trade you spots if she wants, but that's up to her. She's next in line. And she's already given me her numbers and everything, so I don't think so. Okay, closing the queue now. Alright, no more after this point. Alexa, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Just doing my job.
Look, Alexa, stop. Thank you. So, all right, now Alka, give me a second here. I'm just fixing something on my screen real quick. Alka knows what it is. She knows how to. She knows I take as long as I take. Your reading will go. I will give you as long of a reading as I need to give you to make sure you get the kind of reading you need. So thank you for being patient with me. And then what your numbers were 6 and 19. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then the 19th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and the 19th card is now on top for Alka. And about career, right? So career, and can you predict some stuff? Your general, my first career general is boring. Can you predict some stuff? When can you predict some stuff? I'm sorry, Crypto. I go by a list that's on my list. That's what I go by, Crypto. That's why I have a list. That's why you press exclamation point list. And I'm sorry that I missed your thing. I said that Alka was next in line. It was her turn, and I goofed up. I gave somebody your turn when they weren't ready to get. They didn't say they were giving up their turn yet. So I apologize if that makes you not want to be here. I'll take you off the list. Do you want me to take you off? Okay, then this reading is completely bad, and I have to start all over again for you because I already put the cards out there. I'm asking you to wait one more. Erica, I just want to tell you that your career, I'm going to go real fast because she doesn't need a whole lot of... Your career that you want right now is right in your neighborhood, and you know that there is something that you actually want to do there. Okay, then, Crypto, thank you. Okay, I don't have to worry about it anymore. She left. I'm sorry about that. I try to do the best I can. I'm not perfect. So, I'm sorry that happened for you today, Crypto. I didn't mean to skip you. I didn't mean not to give you your chance in line. I'm sorry, but remember I started smoking some green, and I apologize that I didn't do that. I'm doing the best I can as a streamer, okay? Okay? Well, I'm trying to do my best to listen. I really am. You know, I try to hear what other people say. You know what? I'm just going to give it to you right now. Okay? I'm going to save this reading right now. I'll do you right now. Come on, let's go. To prove to you I'm willing to drop everything. To prove to you I'm willing to get it back to you right now. Okay? Let's go. Numbers, right now. Go. Well, like I said, I really do understand that. Okay? But I can't give you the cards that I already drew, okay? So you have to understand that this is not a complete deck doing this. That is, if you can understand that, and Erica, I know you're cool with this. I know you're cool. But I'm trying to prove a point, okay? Okay? I am human too. I make mistakes too. I have done my fair share of mistakes. Sometimes I try my best to keep in line, but that's when I see when it says it's your turn, and if I misread or something, I apologize. But 1, 2, what's your question? 3, 4. Oh, I can't make anybody happy then. Then I'm just going to stop doing everybody's reading then. I'm just going to end stream and be done. Is that what you guys want? Or do you want me to keep going? I'm only on the second shuffle. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I didn't understand what you meant. 10th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card. Why aren't they hiring you, right? So why didn't Taylor proceed with hiring you? Okay, let's see what they say. So, part of the reason that they didn't hire you and why they didn't go through that, right? And I'm going to try not to yell at you during this reading too, okay? Yeah. And that's basically what it was. They already had the answer to the solution internally, and what was already there that was for their benefit, they already cherished that person enough to say, we want you to raise the ranks rather than your application. So it was just someone just did it a little bit better than you. Someone was just a little bit brighter star than you. They saw the benefit of that person, and they learned how to cherish the job that they've done up to this point. So it wasn't necessarily anything you did wrong. They just did a little bit better than you. Okay? They were able to find balance in everything that they needed you to do. And the balance that you are finding now in this job there is you're going to kind of go through I'm not quite sure about what direction I want to go. Try to bring your creative impulses and your logical impulses together and find a job that would meet both you being happy in the job but still earning enough money, right? And it doesn't matter sometimes, even if you do the best interview in the world, if that person comes along and does just that much better than you or has that much more experience than you, and you both gave the exact same kind of interview, you're going with the one who has the more experience most of the time. And it feels like that they found out that the person that they are going to hire is better at bringing both sides of the coin together, whereas they didn't feel you were really able to do that as well. So you wanted to know why they didn't hire you, because they thought maybe that they had already kind of made their choice already. That they didn't see how you could be, how what you had to offer would add to their symphony. But more than anything, it's about what you're not willing to move on or move past with. And this part of you, that there are some bad habits you still have with interviewing and just in a job in general, and maybe you need to show them that you can self-correct that before they move you up in the chain, or they see your benefit to it. They just don't see it as a, right now, you're doing the job they want you to do, but you're not doing more than that. So you're just one little log on the fire when someone's doing that, plus they're adding extra things onto their fire to make their fire that much brighter. It's about how you are doing and working in the resources that you have to give. How efficiently you're doing it, or how efficiently. Right. And it's very personal. You know what I'm saying? It's on a very personal. You can sit down with 5 of the same people giving the exact same interview. The one that makes you laugh the most is the one you hire. It's a reality, guys. The one you vibe with the most is the one you hire. It's about the attitude you present. It's about the way you talk. It's about the way you ask questions. It's all of that shit, and then some. But more than often, the real reason was they just didn't feel like they could take a chance on you. Like you were the soft, the very thin ice on a lake. You looked safe, but they weren't quite sure about you. And every time they kind of feel like they wanted to test you for something that you might be more capable of, they keep hearing crack, 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 and they don't want to be stuck in the drink with you. And that's the reality of the situation, is just you just weren't the right fit. They kind of felt like you would stop them from where they want to get to rather than be the solution. Well, I'm just telling you what the cards are telling you. Yeah, and that could have been all it was, too. You're welcome. So I'm sorry it took so long to get to you. I apologize for missing your turn. I apologize for skipping you. But just remember to give your streamer a little bit of time. Sometimes we're doing the best we can, especially when I have a list of where people are in line. Just remember when I say it's your turn and your name pops up and says, it's your turn now, Crypto Girl, then it's your turn. You skipped the queue now. I'm going back to Erica's reading here. And it was this one, this one, this one, and the top one was this one. And then your destiny card was that one. Or your God card was that one. So we're back to doing your reading there, Elka. Does this look right and true for you? Just to make sure. This looks about right for you. Okay. And then after this one, we'll be back. So Elka, it's now it's now your turn again. I want to prove to you that I truly do want to show you that I support everybody here. Now that won't always happen, okay? I took my time out, and Elka, I want to say thank you for that, for letting me take them first, because I was realizing I was saying their name a lot first. And that's why I felt like I had to take them before you. So thank you for being an awesome human being and letting me just do it, even though it was a little bit of a wait there for you. I really appreciate it. And Sen, I know you love me, so there. Okay. So, when you're ready there, and if this feels right to me, so this is what I'm going with. If you're ready, just say ready, okay, Elka? Just so I know we're all back and it's ready for your turn time. And this is the cards that I drew for you. And just refresh my memory on your question again, so I can make sure I get the energies back for you. I hope that proves to you that I'm awesome enough to realize that when I do make mistakes, I try to correct them. Just a career reading? Okay. I never promised I was the best person out there in this Twitch land either, guys. If you guys want perfection, go somewhere else. I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist in my vocabulary. So the... I'm doing it. That's called pot hack, guys. No. So there we go with that. Alright, so on to the career thingy. I'm sorry the game chat, we have ended taking any readings for the remainder of the chat. You'll have to come back on Tuesday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. I'm ending with my last 2 readings for today. So the career that you're looking for is, I think it's involving your friends. There's something that you could do with your friends that kind of your friends like to do, and that feels kind of like something that would not only be social hour for you, but also being something where you would complete a task like maybe assembly line kind of stuff or something like that. But it's about you just enjoying the flow of motion and just taking the positive all day long. So what I'm seeing some kind of an assembly slash like crafting of sorts kind of a job around you that you've been kind of tinkering with, maybe going and trying to do with your friends or something like that. I don't know if this makes a lot of sense, or there's something that your friends like to get into. I'm waiting for this ad to stop here real quick. So we're just going to give it 10 more seconds for the ad to stop, and then we'll get back to doing the readings. Okay, it looks like we're back here. Okay, Elka, we're back here. Alright, just in case you missed it. So what I'm feeling for you, especially, is that there's something in your community that's going on right now that could be a job or some kind of a business that maybe you and the girls or you and your social knit circle or whatever have been thinking about maybe trying to do together. And I kind of feel like maybe there's chance for new opportunity, but maybe there's a job that one of them knows how to do or needs help. And I think it's time to ask your friends if there's a job that you would love to be able to do. You just need that person to kind of give you that inroad. You need that inside person to kick and say, hey, hire this girl because she is the XYZ, okay? It's the thing. The thing about it is start to ask yourself, what experience do I want to start to have that I haven't had before? There are some things in your life you have yet to experience. Are you ready to challenge yourself? Are you ready to see beyond that little box we put ourselves in? Do we look at the buffet of life and say, I'm only going to try the sweetest things on that plate? Or am I going to try the savory? Am I going to try the almost burnt? Am I going to try the underdone? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what life is. It's going out there and feeding ourselves that which our body needs. We like to go out there and say, oh, look, it's the dessert tray. I want to go eat off of the dessert tray my whole life. But that just makes us sick, unhealthy people. We have to come back to where our main nutrition of life is by eating those appropriate things that we need for our lives. AKA the meal that's on the plate of life. The experience of trying something new and different. Something I already know how to do, but never thought of it as I could do that as a job. You know, it's giving yourself a new experience. So ask yourself, have I gotten in a rut? Is it time to think outside the box? Do I have to try to think to do something new and different here? What makes me feel comfortable, safe, and secure? What makes me feel like I have got my life together? What job does that look like? And these are the kind of jobs that are in your local area. Like there's either a market nearby that does a lot of this kind of crafting kind of stuff. Either it's assembly line or some kind of artsy, crafty, codey kind of thingy. But it's generally women generated, not so much a man generated thingy. But what they are doing is they are trying to put one part of the puzzle piece together to get it ready for the even bigger puzzle piece. And it feels like this would be a good home for you. That foundation that you need to start to set is, say to yourself, what would meet my expectations for a new employment job? What does that look like? How do I think that would feel? Right? Alka? So I would start to ask yourself those questions here. What would make me set a new foundation that I could build on top of? What job would that be? What does that look like? If I'm going to put my roots down in this place, can this place also keep me safe as paying my bills? I'm not stressing out on a daily basis. I'm doing my job. I still have friends, but we're doing what we're paid to do, blah, blah, blah. Go home, relax, come back and do it another day. Right? So that's what it's saying is you get to set your own foundation. Maybe there are some people are meant to be leaders in this world. Some people are meant to create their own happiness and create their own job that they're looking for. Are you one of those people, or do you need to find something as close to possible to what you want to do and just see how it works out before you try it on your own? Your God card? Do you want to see it? What, Lucy? Lucifer's over here going, meow, meow, like I haven't fed him. And he's got a full tray of food. Well, it's embracing time, Helka. So besides the job thingy, the thing that I think you have to understand is if you can look at the job thing like you're looking at your life thing right now, okay? If I embrace and love all the parts of me and I share that with the person who I want to hire me, they know and understand what they're getting when I give them all of that information. Now I just got to make it something that they actually need to have in their life. Don't make it a want. Make it something they need. So present yourself in a way that makes them feel like they need to have you be a part of their company. Research about the company. Look at and see how they do it. Talk to employees. Look and see what needs to be done. What problems do they have? Do you know how to fix any of those problems? X, Y, Z. Show them just how beneficial that you are and how much they need to embrace you and take you into their life. That's what their gods are trying to tell you to do. Whoa. I knew she didn't fall down the well. The wife has arrived. Son, you are going to be the last reading. I think the wifey wants something to smoke, so I'm going to make her smoke real quick. Oh wait, I don't have to make her anything. I've already got a cigarette ready.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Yes, mister. There's already food in my bowl, and I don't know why I'm being so whiny.
Oh, he was just munching there.
Yeah, 10 and 10 from you. Messages from them. Them who? Your guides or gods, or what are we saying? Who are we receiving messages from, Sen? I just want that caveat. I will do my best, but you know, if there's something I have to talk to or be a little bit more assertive with, I'll try to do it in a little bit more easier way, okay? Let me clear the cards off first, okay? And get that going. Lots of people are asking me to be lighter today. That's not usual for you all. Usually you guys tell me to kick your spiritual ass. But I will try to go lightly.
You know why they're telling you to go lightly? It's the Ides of March.
Oh.
The Ides of March is, well, that's when Julius Caesar was killed.
My wife has informed me it's the Ides of March. R.I.P. Julius Caesar. Okay. So that might be why you're all screwed. Okay, here we go. 10 and 10, you said? And we want to know what the guides have to tell us, right?
Right.
No, I'm talking to them, not you, wifey. Okay, here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No God cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the 10th card is now on top. All right, last 4 cards of the day. All right, here we go. And the last and final reading for today. Thank you very much for sticking with me, Sen. Thank you very much for everybody who's been patient with me and understanding all of my human flarities. I really do appreciate that. I don't get mad at my people for telling me what I need to hear sometimes. I try to listen as much as I can with you guys, okay? So, on to what your guides need you to know, okay? Maybe that'll work. That works a little bit better. Now we can actually kind of see it because the candle light was getting in the way a little bit. So that's why I wasn't seeing the cards very well. We kept the candle light was getting on it. So, and you just wanted advice from your guides, right? So, yeah, we will after this reading. I will. I will be okay. I just want to make sure that this is the guide thingies because they're telling me basically, you kind of know what we're gonna say here that that they just want to see you be a little bit more ambitious with your journey and your path, to stop trying to take the long, hard walk, the marathon kind of a way of going about life. Maybe you need to start to consider that you need to start to drive in a vehicle. You know where you want to go, you know what you want to bring with you, but there may be things you have to leave behind in the trash bin so that you don't take them with you and only take that which you really want to get you where you're going. You're going to still have to take appropriate speed limits and road signs along the way, but what they're basically saying to you is it's time for you to understand that what you are bringing with you is what's going to help you get there. So if you're bringing with you the positive nature of what you want yourself to bring in, then that's what's going to come along with you. Whatever passenger you let ride shotgun with you is the kind of life that you're going to start to live. So you're deciding and want to bring along the right companion. Just like when the doctor, in Doctor Who picks out his companion, you think he doesn't pick these companions for reasons? No, he sees them being just like him. A lost soul in search of something that has deeper meaning to himself. To have fun, to experience something new. To see it through the eyes of somebody different. Because Doctor Who's already done it all already. He wants a new experience, so he brings along people along for the ride so he can get an understanding and see it through their eyes for the first time. You know what I'm saying? So, now it's all about what you are leaving behind and what you need to release, just like when you spend the gas in the gas tank. We're putting in the gas, but we know that we've got to release that gas into the engine to take us further down the road. So what are we putting in our own gas tank that we are burning away as fuel for the fire, but still need to let go of, but still getting us to move in a faster paced direction? That's our space, our time. We're obeying the right kind of speed limits for our life. We aren't worried about how it's all going to come together anymore. Now we're just waiting for the picture to develop. Right? Just like we have talked about several times, that the only thing missing in your life is you to accept that you have yet to define what that future looks like. You have to define that. That's what's so scary about the unknown. because you are telling the universe exactly what's going to happen. The only body who's accountable for that is you. The only body who can make it happen is you. The only person who can live it, breathe it, and make any portion of this journey happen is you. Because you have all the potential you need to become exactly what you were made to be. You just have to start to see that you need to bring in what you need to grow. Does that mean you need to bring in more sunlight and positivity to your life to help you grow? Then that's what you do. When it is emotional and you do need to let it all out, or is that going back down into the ground so be recycled so that you can gather up better new ways of dealing with those issues and problems? Are those allowing you to grow? Is the air that you're taking in drying you off and making sure that you know that you are a stable person, that all these thoughts will come and go, but you will still be standing tall in that long ass tree of a person that you are, because you knew you had all the potential to be that big beautiful oak tree, but you're still an acorn, aren't you? And that's where we're going now. We've popped up, we're putting buds on the tree, and now we are going to open up ourselves to new experiences. So that's what they want you to know. That they want you to have yourself the new experiences. They want you to drive to that place that isn't you trying to fight against it anymore. Just allow yourself to follow the signs. Take everything you need and do want in your life along with you. Release that which isn't going to serve you any purpose. Let it be fuel in the tank to get you there. Roll down the windows, turn up the pretty music, and put the Metallica on or whatever heavy metal song band you like, and go, we got the witches a bird and the witches a fly. And I'm moving down the side of the road and everyone's looking at me like I'm a maniac. Okay? Because you are the designer of your own destiny. And the only person who is stopping you from seeing that develop into what you want it to be is you saying to yourself, I have yet to shake the Polaroid photo long enough for me to see it is starting to come into focus. Oh look, the thing I've always wanted to, I just took a picture of this in my head. Now I'm starting to see it develop. Wow, now I have my picture, don't I? So that's kind of what I'm trying to say there. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I really appreciate you being here with me. Remember, I will not be back until Tuesday this week because I am going to have medical appointments on Monday to try to figure some of this shit out. So, reminding you guys that I'm doing this for free. I'm not under any obligation to do anything for you, just like you're not under any obligation to do anything for me. I love and respect every one of you, but I am human too. You have to give me the time and space, and if I make a mistake, give me some time to correct it. I usually will. But it is what it is, right? And I'm gonna go have my nice relaxing weekend with the wifey, get some much needed rest and recoup my spoons as well, because that's what I need to do for me. I'm getting my last. We're looking for someone to raid right now. I've been called toxic. I am toxic sometimes. I am not always everyone's cup of tea. I don't know if I should go there yet or not. I am not always right. I do not claim to be the end all be all of all things, right? So just remember that. I will do my best always. So also, try to let your chakras connect to your chakras with your wife and yours. Yeah, we kind of do that on a daily basis anyway, but I'll do it. I just haven't done it today yet. Yeah, I will still have a cup of tea with you. And hey, you know what? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That just means you get to decide your own damn fate, and that's what you're supposed to do anyway. Remember, the future's always in your own hands, people. You have the right to go live the life you want to live. Don't let some guy like me tell you how to do anything. Just hear what I have to say. If it resonates and it moves you into a new, different place, then it was meant to be. If I'm full of bullshit and you go, oh well, this was fun for today, great. We can only do so much in this world, right? You know what? I want to give you a chance to win some money. How about that? How would you guys like a chance to go play marbles and win money? But it's a very difficult map for you to win. He plays death maps. He's currently at $301, and all you have to do when you enter his queue is press exclamation point play. Your marble has to make it all the way to the end. It's a death map. It's one of the hardest maps for you to beat. There's like a 3% chance of winning, even less than that sometimes. So the higher the amount of money, the more difficult it is. I'm going to go get high. I'm going to go get toasted. I'm going to send you to Cam on the Cob. And we're going to go play marbles with his ass. Because that's what I want to do. So I will see you on Tuesday, guys. See you then.
Literal worms, but edible worms. Not worms that are from the dirt. Actual edible cooked worms. 1, 2, or 3. Guys, 2 votes. 2's gonna win it. That's a lot of 2 votes. We gotta eat nasty or spicy stuff every hour. People are voting, I think, 2. Ghost pepper candies. Guys, by the way, these are not as spicy as the Reaper nuts. They're hot. They're spicy, but they're not that spicy. They're all stuck together. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Gonna send some hot dog candy canes to the P.O. box. We still have some. Guys, look. Oh, wait. This is it. This is it. Hot dog flavored candy canes. Hot dog flavored candy canes. They are so